Today's story comes to us from r/RPG Horror Stories. This is a story from about 15 years ago. I was GMing a game of Castles and Crusades. One player had a true neutral druid. The story involved the players investigating who was behind a sudden rash of goblin raids against a previously peaceful farming village, and if possible, put a stop to future raids. After a fight with a goblin raiding party, one goblin was still alive and had surrendered. The players questioned the goblin about who was coordinating the raids, but it soon became clear that he was just a lowly grunt with no real knowledge of the higher-ups. However, this is when the druid decided that he didn't believe the goblin. With the goblin tied up, he announced that he was getting his knife. "I'm going to make him talk," he said with a certain glee. He then threatened the goblin if he didn't reveal the commanding mastermind. I announced that the goblin was scared, but repeated in a cowering voice that he was ignorant of such things. "Okay, he had his chance," the player said, and started to go into a graphic description of I told him the goblin was screaming, but didn't reveal anything useful amidst his screams. The player, still convinced that he was hiding something, started to graphically At this point, it was clear that the other players were getting a little uncomfortable about the player's apparent sadistic glee in the graphic descriptions of torture. At that point, I stepped in and said, "Add evil to your alignment. By the way, an alignment change like that is going to result in you losing your druidic powers." That's when the player lost it. He said that since goblins were evil, according to the monster manual, it was okay to torture them for the greater good. Furthermore, he argued, true neutral simply meant that he could do anything, good or evil, to get the job done. Evil alignments, according to him, meant that evil acts were committed only for sheer pleasure. I stood firm and insisted that he had committed an evil act and the alignment change was justified. I then told him if we were to play any more games together, he would have to tone down the graphic torture scenes because it was creeping me out a little. That got him even angrier, and he accused me of implying that he didn't know the difference between fantasy and reality, i.e. everything in the game was just fantasy, so any content should be okay. That ended up being the last game I GM'd for the group. I ended up leaving the group not too long after for not altogether unrelated reasons.
Trollord Games, join the fray!
Today's story comes to us from r/RPG Horror Stories. This is a story from about 15 years.
You're gonna cut Tracy out, or Grace, I mean?
I am.
Why am I not hearing sounds on...
I don't know. What's up, everybody? Hey, Ryan, how's it going? Kadora, good morning to you. We got all kinds of folks rolling in here. Let's see. There's Jay, Lorgasamba. How you doing, Jay? Good to see you, buddy. One of our partners. And next week we are doing a charity stream for him. Jay, if you want to put the information, you can. I have not had time to work the bot out for that, but you are more than welcome to do that if you'd like to. We're going to do a charity stream next week. It will be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All kinds of streams going on just to raise charity for St. Jude's. I think last year we raised, what did we hit, Jay? 20 grand, 23 grand? I can't remember. It's somewhere really high. But, Steve will be running a game next Friday. I think we run our game around 2 Central, 1 Central, somewhere in there. And then There's other games going on after that, and then Jay will put a link in there for you guys. And then to be raised 25, okay. And then that night, Saturday night, me and Steve are playing in a game with Luke Gygax and a bunch of other folks to die. So that's what's going to happen. Yeah. All right. Anyways, so if you guys that might be new to the stream on Saturday mornings, this is a game based in the jungles of Inklu-Naid, which is a section of the world of Arid. We'll get into that a little bit later. And this is a new stream that we started up just a few months ago. We're only about 3 or 4 sessions in, I think, something like that. In fact, I don't even have the episode on the title. We just gotta get some stuff straightened out.
6 months in.
But what episode 4. Is this? This is session 5 or 6 or something like that, I think.
Yeah,
anyway, it's fairly
probably
new.
6.
There's a link for the Tiltify to that. I guess that. What does that do, Jay? Is that I'm going to click on that and see what that takes us out. Does that get the schedule and stuff in it? Oh, okay. It's kind of got some information on it. I don't know if he has an actual schedule page up or not. But yeah, look at that. Since December 21st, we've raised $56,000. That's mind-boggling to me. You know, isn't that crazy? It's wonderful. Anyway, we're gonna do it again next week. Should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. A lot of fun with that. Anyways, we have a new player joining our group. We got some folks out today. Jeremy had a sleepover last night at youth, so he's sleeping in. He may show up. Beans had some things she'd do in real life, so she's out. And today we have got Courtney, Cocoa Bunny 94, who is joining us. She's going to be playing with us. We're actually working on her character right now, and then we'll finish it up in a little bit. Teach her how to play some CNC. It should be a lot of fun, I think.
Yes.
A lot of fun. I hope. So that's where we're at. Oh, are you Savage? That's nice, man. I've got my home game here tonight with the old crew from back in the 70s. So it should be a lot of fun. We're gonna have, I think, subs and wild turkey. I think it's gonna be a good night. So it should be good, a lot of fun. And I'm gonna be playing Drunken Castle Keeper. Should be a lot of fun for them.
Oh, that sounds like an amazing time.
We'll see. It should be a lot of fun. We have a good time. Well, it's really just give Chuck shit for 4 hours or whatever in warm water. Jay, weirdo. All right. So where were we with you, Courtney, and your character? Because I was doing stuff,
So we're still working on armor.
Okay.
We've got all the weapons done. We've got enough arrows for my
Things
longbow.
you do in real life. So she's out. And
Hopefully.
today we.
But yeah, we're still working on armor. I've got the helmet picked. We're still working on like the worn armor.
You might be better off getting newer armor, not worn armor.
Oh well, I mean, I was reading what it said on my character sheet. Armor worn. I know. I'm gonna get new armor. I'm gonna be slaying, and I'm gonna be walking out in the shiniest, hopefully not shiniest armor, but I don't want to be seen from miles away, but be walking out in the new drip. But it's just trying to figure out what armor to wear, because we from what I've been talking, I kind of want it to blend in with my surroundings as well.
So let's do this. We'll stop with that right now, and let's get to the nitty gritty that decides everything you do. Really, let's talk about rolling up your abilities. All right.
Yes. Okay. Yes. So that sounds like a good plan.
What I want you to do, I'll do it along with you. Get you a piece of paper. All right.
Okay.
And we're going to draw. Since you're new to CNC, I'm going to give you the extremely easy way of doing it. I told her earlier how we do it, how I did it growing up, and how we do it here at the house. We do 3d6 right down the line, no moving around. Hard. Rim, you remember Wyvern he did that once as one of his characters. You remember that? He liked that. But
Wait, sorry, what did they do?
Oh, 3d8 down the line, the old school way of rolling your characters up.
Yeah.
So make 3 columns for me. So just 2 lines,
okay,
if you will, or 3, whatever. And then what we're going to do is we're going to roll 7 rolls in the first column. You're going to roll 46, drop the lowest. All right? Like a champ. Okay. That's right. Brutal.
So you said 4d6.
And you drop the lowest. You'll do that 7 times. Now I want chat to know just how much of a fair dungeon master I am, castle keeper, game master, because I'm very benevolent. I give them lots of room here to work with. Right.
Oh, shit.
I knew this. I did 46 move around last week and didn't end up higher than an 8. Did you still play the character? I hope you did. Makes for some good role play. No rovers.
So basically what I'm doing is I'm adding up. So I'm rolling the 4 and then I'm dropping the lowest number, correct?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay.
In the AM. Dirty, I try not to even, I try to be very giving and encourage my players to survive. It's good.
So when I do make the roll and I drop the lowest number, I write that number down, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. Sorry, bear with me, everyone.
Hey, Ryan, how are you, buddy? I saw you on the stream Thursday. I just didn't have a chance to say hi. I think Bake said hi to you. He may be creeping around here shortly. He's out of bed. I don't know. I hope you're doing okay, my friend. Yeah, I don't do the sheets up. They have to learn the game, Jay. I don't spoon feed them. Start from scratch. Good to hear, buddy. Good to hear. Oh, and Courtney, call those numbers off to me as you roll them, would you?
Oh, okay. First one was 10.
Yep.
Second one is 16.
Mm-hmm.
Third one's 16. Fourth one's 15.
Okay.
Fifth one is 14.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
That's very true, Manfred. Very true.
Sixth one is 12.
Okay.
And seventh one is 15.
15. All right. Now, give me a second roll or line.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you pick. I'm gonna let you pick from 3 different lines of numbers. That's how sweet I am. Just remember that.
Oh my gosh. So doing the same thing again?
Yeah, Jay, for sure. Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yeah, absolutely. Got to take care of my homie Rob. He may be lurking in here. I don't know what he's doing. Look at it. Hey, I know, and you're absolutely correct. 3d6 down the line. That's what I like.
Let's see.
What'd you get for your first one? I think I overtalked on you. I'm sorry.
12. No, you're fine.
Okay.
Second one is 14.
Okay.
Let's see. Third one is 15. Fourth one is 12.
Oh, I'll have to get you to reread those to me here in just a second. Hold on a minute.
Oh, yeah. No worries.
I screwed up.
You want me to do it right now?
Yeah, go ahead and give them to me again.
Okay, so first one was 12. Next one's 14.
Right?
Next one's 15.
Yeah.
Next one is 12.
Yeah.
The next one is 11.
Yeah.
The next one is 12.
Okay.
Let's see. That is... And the last one is 16 on the second column.
16. That's a nice roll there at the very end. Got some pretty good rolls going on, Courtney.
Thank you. I hope I'm not outdoing them. I hope I don't run out of good rolls already.
Nah. I think you'll be fine. I missed one on the first one. There was 2 16s, wasn't it? 2 16s, 2 15s, a 14, a 12, and a 10.
A 12 and a 10.
Yeah, I left the 14 out. Okay, that's all right then. This was just more for chat.
Gotcha.
All right, what's your last rolls then?
All right. That is... First one is 15.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. second one is 16.
Mm-hmm.
Third one is 14.
Wow. Okay. Good. Good. You got some strong rolls going on here. Wow.
8. Well, you jinxed it. The next one was 8.
Woo! That's not too bad. I'm hoping for like a 3 or something, you know?
So, next one is 10.
Okay. Come on, 4.
Next one is 11.
Okay. I can already tell you she won't use this one. I bet you money she won't.
And then the next one is 16.
Oh, well, the fat 16th in. Okay, that's pretty good. So you've got some pretty good rolls ahead of you there, actually, to be honest with you.
Nice.
What's that?
Oh,
Now, here's what I want
nice.
you to do. Since you're new to CNC, let's just do this. All right. On your little notepad right there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The highest number you have is a 16, right? So all
Yes.
the 16s, put a +2 next to them.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then all
Right.
your 15s and 14s, put a +1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's it. Now that tells you the bonuses right there for each one of those ability scores, right? So you can kind of look and see which ones have the most bonuses, so you can decide what you want. Now remember, you're playing a cleric, correct?
Yes.
What's the prime ability of a cleric?
Wisdom, I think.
All right, so you're obviously probably going to pick it as a prime. I think you do get it as a prime, actually. So since you're going to pick it as a prime, here's one of the things I try to teach people when you're rolling your characters up. So sure, you could just pick like the highest number for your best ability. Like you could go and say, okay, I'm gonna do 16 for wisdom, right? It gets you the biggest bonus. It's a prime. But if you end up having, and you may not necessarily do that with this character because I think you're playing a half jungle elf, right?
Yes.
So it would be a little different. But let's just say you were playing a human, just for an example, okay? One of the things you want to think about when you're making your character out is sometimes it's better in CNC to pick a lower. Maybe there's a lower score that you really wished was higher. You can make it a prime so that the actual checks start lower. Even though you're not getting a good attribute bonus, you're lowering the check value. You see where it starts. Remember the +6 I was telling you about? So just keep that in the back of your mind. Because if there's another ability, and you're not even necessarily this character, but when you're making characters in CNC, if you've got an ability you really wished was higher, but you just don't have the numbers, you can always make it a prime, but at least the check starts lower, right? So that's just an option. I wanted you to understand that when you're kind of figuring this out. So
Gotcha.
let's think about Pat. Oh, that was go dwarf or go home. So the dwarf lovers. So we just have to figure out which one of these columns you want to use for your cleric. Honestly, which one has the most bonuses?
Definitely the first column.
And see, since I'm letting you place to taste, you can put them where you want. I would probably just go with that one, and then you need to probably ask the stream what they think where you should put what. I think you should put the 10 in wisdom, but that's my suggestion.
Yeah, I was either thinking that or the 12 for wisdom.
I was joking. I was joking.
Oh, you sounded so sincere when you said that.
And
Well-
also dependable on race, you might get bonuses for certain.
That's that's
things.
true. I forget what it is. We looked at it earlier, me and her did, but my memory's about like everybody knows my memories, right? Oh,
So if
I just lost my Codex of Air in the floor. That was very it scared me. Anyway. Half elf, right? Let's
Yes.
look. Half elf. Here we go. That's under the H's. All right, before halfling. So your ability modifiers are such. You don't have a finds trap ability. You do get plus. You didn't do elf lineage, did you? So you have a +2 to move silently. So did you already put down your racial abilities on the character sheet?
I don't think so.
Okay, it'll be the bottom center. See
Yeah.
that? Yeah. So you want to put down +2, move silently, right?
Okay.
I would put down +2 versus charm or sleep like abilities, spells. Okay. So you've got a little bit of resistance to sleep and charm type stuff, right?
Gotcha. So that's plus 2.
And then the last one, and this is the fat one, since you're half human, you get +2 to every attribute check. All right, so we'll have to try to work that into your little calculation at the top. Oh, look at him over here talking about. Hey, what's up, Mr. Q? How you doing this morning? Everybody's rolling in here. We're making a new character for Courtney. All right, so now next abilities that you have. That was the main ones you had there. Here's the other ones that all half elves get. You get empathy, which you get a +2 bonus to all charisma checks, not saves. The other one, the spell resistance, is saves, right? This is for checks, +2 charisma checks. Of course, your move silently. I think you've got that down already, right?
Yes.
Now, it says here, half elves can move up to 1/2 the normal speed at no penalty and move silently. But if you move more than 1/2 and up to the character's full speed, the character suffers a -1 penalty. So basically, you can't be running around moving silently, is what it's saying. That's all.
Gotcha.
Not a big deal to put down. And then the last one is next to move silently, in parentheses, would you put DEX? That way you'll know what ability I'm going to have you call for.
Got it.
Yeah, Pat. It's very close to being done, though, finally. Man, I tell you what. They're trying to track down some kind of weirdness in the code bug. I don't know. Anyway, or bug to code, I should say. Let's see. So for spot hidden doors, put that down as an ability. Or racial ability, trait, whatever. That's going to, in parentheses, you'll want to put a WIS for wisdom, okay?
Okay.
Now, the way that works is if you're passing within 5 feet of a doorway, you're entitled to a wisdom check. I will roll it silently myself.
Okay.
Unless you ask. If you say, hey, I want to check this door, right? Or check this wall for a door or whatever. If you're trying to check for hidden doors, you get a +1. So put that down.
Gotcha.
So you've got a +1 for that, okay? If you're actively seeking, searching. I think that's everything there. You can fill in your languages later.
Yeah.
Let's see. I would want you to put down. You can put down on those languages later on. Have you put them down yet? If you haven't, but when you go to do languages, whenever it is, just let me know. All right.
Okay.
All right. So we got that down. Now, I don't think there is a. Let me check one last thing here. Yeah, you don't have any attribute modifiers since you're half elf. So we don't have to worry about any adjustments with the racial thing, all right? So you can go with the numbers that you've rolled now. And I think it looks like you said you were going with the first stack of them.
Yeah, that's the one that has the most pluses to it.
Okay. So you've got a +1, or you got 2 +2s, 3 +1s. Very nice. So 5 out of the 7 attributes, I've got a bonus to them. That's pretty sweet.
Nice.
Now, just for you guys that may be new to CNC or to D&D or to role-playing in general, those are stats for her attributes. The attributes in the game are the physical ones, right? The physical attributes are strength, dex, and con. And then the mental ones, right, are intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. We play with the 7th one, which is called beauty in our game, also known as comeliness in old AD&D. So that's kind of how that works. So what do you want? How you want to put these down?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and put one of the 16s as beauty for sure. That's gotta be a highlight.
Really? You want to be that? You want to be that beautiful? Okay, all right. Beauty.
Why not?
No, it's cool. I see a lot of people use it as a dump stat, right? So that's all right.
No, beauty is a weapon. If I can use it, why not?
I play C&D here, Castles and Dungeons. Wait, Castles and Dungeons. Wait, Dungeons and Anyway. All right, so beauty's your first 16. What about your second 16? Where are you going to put it at? What's up, David?
I probably want to put that as wisdom.
Okay. All right. I don't think that's a bad idea at all. You've got a lot. I mean,
Okay.
so like
So I'm writing this down so I
Pat's
can
beauties,
remember.
I think. What is your beauty, Pat, on your character? 4 or 5, I think, right? He's not saying anything to me. He's ignoring me. He's paying attention to chat what he's doing. She's playing a cleric, a jungle elf cleric. Yeah. All right. So what do you want to do for the 15s? Or actually, do you want to try to figure out what you want to do with the 10? Now that's just going to be a straight up. You don't even have any negatives for that, so that's good. You can put it wherever. Troll Lord and Dungeons.
Let's see. Probably want to do that for. Oh, this is very hard. I'm probably thinking of Constitution for my 10.
So Constitution for 10. Now you remember that's your hit points.
Oh, it is? Oh, nope.
Yeah, that's bonus for hit points. Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Hmm.
And your dex. Now your dex, is that helps you with you've got a dex ability, I think, right? What is your dex ability? We just wrote that down. I done forgot what it was now. Move silently, I think. Yeah. So if you're going
so that's +2.
Do you want? So here's something you need to think about for your character. Are you going to play a stealthy kind of character, or are you going to be just wearing armor and running out there and fighting? Because if you are, move silently is probably not going to be that big of a deal, right?
No, I want to be sneaky.
Everybody wants to be sneaky.
I could probably sneak if someone needs help. I could probably sneak up behind and be like, "I heal you," and then sneak back.
So here's my recommendation. Okay, I would probably pick con as a 15 and dex as a 15.
Okay, yeah,
right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because you still get the +1 for the 14. I would do that for intelligence.
Okay.
What are we leaving out here?
Charisma.
Right, which is your
and
personality.
Dexterity.
We got dexterity for a 15.
Oh, okay. Yeah, dex for 15.
So what are we forgetting?
Strength.
Strength. Now, this is where we're going to run into problems. Do you want a bonus to hit and a bonus to damage? If you do, then one of those is going to have to be changed. Here's my recommendation to you, okay? My recommendation is to take that. Which is more important to you? Having a bonus for strength so you can do better damage and better to hit, or do you want a bonus for intelligence so you have better, resistances to things with the mind? Either one's good. Just which one do you want your character to have?
I think I would rather have more to strength.
Okay, so you want to be more aggressive then. So what I suggest you do is you take that 14, make it for strength, and move the 12 to intelligence.
Okay.
You won't get a bonus, but it's not going to be a negative, right? And then you can take your charisma score and put it down as a 10, or switch them out. Charisma 12, intelligence 10. There's no bonus factors there, so ultimately it's not going to matter that much. It just dignifies that your character's either going to be a little more smarter or a little more charismatic, one of the two.
Gotcha. Okay.
Your choice. Just let me know which one you do. Oh, Rick.
Yeah, I think we'll do charisma actually as 12, and then intelligence as 10.
Somehow I thought you were going to do that.
Ah!
No, that's cool. It's cool. All right, so it looks like then, running down the character sheet, you're going to have a strength of 14, right? A dex of 15, a constitution of 15, and then you're going to have an intelligence of 10, wisdom of 16, charisma of 12, and then your beauty score will be 16.
Yes.
Okay. All right, then. You are one beautiful jungle elf running through the forest.
Thank you.
All right. So we've got that out of the way. Now,
not very smart with intelligence, but she'll make it work.
Now on the character sheet, on the right-hand side, you see where it's got next to where it's got paralysis and constriction next to strength. You see that right there to the right?
Yes.
So those are just suggestions, so you kind of have an idea of how the saves work. They're not always exact. For example, if you'll notice, it says poison is Constitution check, right? But let's say if it was a poisonous trap, it went off. I might have you roll Dexterity instead to try to avoid it. Or maybe I might have you roll Charisma just because I want you to roll better. You see what I'm saying? You never know. So nothing's a definite, right, in this game. It's very fluid. I'll sometimes change checks just to make it easier or harder for you. All right, so out there to the right, there's a little empty box. That's where you should put your bonuses. Okay?
Okay.
All right? And then that way, when you know it's a strength roll, you know you're going to add your level and whatever that bonus is right there. Now, there's one thing we do need to do for you. You see on the right-hand side of each one of those boxes, there's like a little narrow column of space between that, like the hit points and the armor class.
Yes.
Put you a +2 next to each one of those all the way down through there. Because remember, you've got that extra ability score. So we want to make sure, or ability trait. So we want to make sure that you have that written down there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where did you say again?
So like where you've got +1 for strength, just to the right of it, there's a little space right there. You see that? Or dexterity even. There's like just a little narrow area right there. You see where the hit points is?
Mm-hmm.
Just to the left of the hit points, there's a little space right there next to each one of those boxes. Put you a +2 next to each one of those. If you can. Oh, you're doing it on digital, aren't you? You're not writing it down. That's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So make a note somewhere. That's okay. Make a note somewhere.
Yeah, I can get it.
Probably what you want to do eventually is print you one out, and then that way you can make all these notes and stuff on there. Because you'll want to add notes to your character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we've got the scores down now. Let's talk about hit points. Now, I want to explain something to you, Courtney. On our character sheet, there is a row of numbers out through there, okay? And it says, first, second, third, fourth. You see those boxes?
Yeah. I do.
Those are boxes where you want to put your hit points down for each time you roll hit points, okay? Now, so the first level would be your hit dice for your class. Do you know what your hit dice is for your class?
I think it said either a D12 maybe or D8.
D8. That's right. It's D8.
D8. Okay.
So what you want to do, just somewhere next to the hit points box, or make a note somewhere for now. Put a D8 down somewhere so you know that. But anyway, so if you're so for first level, you'll have 8 hit points for max, right?
Okay.
Plus your con. So what's your con bonus?
+1.
Okay, so you have a total of 9 hit points max. You want to go ahead and put that in that box.
Okay.
Now, for second level, we're going to roll. All right, you're going to roll a D8 +1. Ones do not count when rolling hit points. So.
Okay. So you said a D8 +1?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a 4.
All right, so then add that. So then you're going to put a 4 in that box, right? Or did you have a total of 4, or did you roll 4 on the die?
A total of 4.
Okay, all right. Then do it again for third level. By the way, Pat, you and Rimmon are champs for hanging in here. We appreciate you.
Yes, thank y'all.
Rimmon's happy to get his food. He don't care.
Check your
I'm
DMs.
eating.
Chuck, check your DMs. I asked you a question in there.
I'll sure do it. Go ahead, Courtney. What was you saying?
I rolled a 5.
Just a second.
Yeah. So according to that sheet,
which rolls did you? Which line did you pick?
no, number 2 is the line that I used because it had 2 18s in it. But my character sheet shows I have 3 14s and one. I'm only supposed to have 2. So one of those is supposed to be a 16 or a 17, and that means my beauty is either the remaining 16 or 17.
So let's do this real quick. That's sideways to me. Sorry.
I mean, he's a little vainglorious. He's so I don't know whether he would have used the higher thing for his beauty or not.
I can tell you in about 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time reading that sideways. Just give me a second.
Yeah, I know.
It looks like
16,
18,
14, 18, 14,
read 'em-
18, 15,
read 'em.
and 17.
Read them from the highest to lowest for me.
18, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, and 14. Hey, you were there when I rolled them. I don't want to hear it.
I remember. Now, can you read your stats off to me right now as you have them?
from top to bottom,
Yeah.
14, 14, 15, 18, 18, and 14. So one of those is supposed to be a 16 or a 17.
Okay. Wait, you only have, so you don't have your cumulative score written down anywhere, is what you're saying?
No, that's why I didn't answer you. I thought I had it written on my sheet somewhere, and I don't see it anywhere.
Okay,
So I went back to my original rolls.
I got you here. Just give me just a second. So what do you have? What do you have? What do you have your 2 14s down for?
I have 3 14s. That's the problem. One of them's supposed to be one of my 3 14s is supposed to be a 16 or a 17.
Okay,
and then the remaining one is my beauty.
What are the 3 14s that you've got?
Strength, Dex, and Charisma.
Okay, that's going to be easy. I know exactly what we do. The strength is going to be the lowest one, so it's going to be a 14. And then I would dare say, do you want to be more charismatic or good looking? Your choice.
Let's go
I can tell you exactly
charisma.
what it. No. I know exactly what it is.
Do you have it?
It's
okay.
17 is going to be your Dex, guaranteed.
My Dex?
Yeah, because you're a wizard. Why would you have it lower?
Int and Charisma are my primes. Are those wrong?
No, but Dex is for a armor class. I'm pretty sure you would have used a high number for that. Pretty sure. Robe wearer. So that would leave your 16.
Beauty at 16.
Right.
All right. So my bonus for my Dex is a 3 now.
Yeah. What did you have before?
1.
Yeah, I would definitely.
So that means my armor class goes up 2 points as well.
Yeah. Just keep
3 points.
Keep that in the back of your mind, and then we'll go through it in a second when I write the sheet up. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he was using loaded dice. He was, Rick, for sure. Absolutely. I have no doubts. All right, so back to Courtney real fast. We'll get through this quickly. We're powering through here, but that's okay. It's more about having fun and making the character anyway. Courtney, on your hit points, did you roll your third one?
Yes, I did.
Okay, what'd you get?
A 5.
You put it in the box?
Yes.
Now,
I did right now.
let me explain something to you about this. Most character sheets for most games do not have these boxes here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The reason why they're in here, this is sort of a neat little thing, is so that we can look back and see what your hit points were for each level. Now, do you know why we would need to have to know that?
Not a clue.
So in this game, there is an ability that people and creatures have, which is called level drain. And sometimes these creatures will touch you. Typically, it's for creatures that are undead, and they can touch you, and if you fail a save, you can lose levels. Okay?
Oh, God.
If you lose a level, then we automatically know what hit points to take off. How easy is that? Right?
Yeah, okay.
No, it's not. It's not like it's everything out there running around drains levels, but it is something that can happen. Just as well as sapping some of your strength or sapping some of your charisma or whatever,
and, And in Chuck's defense, every time he mentions that in our streams, something comes up to drain our levels, just to prove his point.
Not true.
Need to make a note of that.
That is not true. Why, Chuck? Why? I know. Level drain is evil. Yes.
That's not true. When Chuck says that, he sends something to kill us.
Oh, okay.
So we have to start all the way from scratch.
Courtney, pay no attention to them two. They're.
I don't know. I think I should pay more attention to them than you right now.
No. All right. Okay, so we've got your abilities set. We've got that set. Let's talk about your armor class for a minute. All right. So, what did you decide you wanted to pick for armor? Did you make a mind up yet on it?
I might go
Thanks,
with
David.
I might go with leather maybe.
Let's just according to. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, your class, a cleric can wear. I think they can wear pretty much any kind of armor. I think it said. So
any kind of armor.
The only thing I caution people about is people that immediately want to go for like plate mail. They can absolutely do that, but they're not going to be very quiet. And
Yeah, no.
if you're tromping
I
through a
need to get
desert in plate mail, or you're trying to swim in plate mail, there's going to be consequences, right? So,
Yeah, see, that's why I was thinking of leather.
hey, Frank.
I think leather would help me be a little bit more sneaky.
So let's look at the armor for just a minute. Since you are a cleric, you can cast spells on armor, which is
Studded leather.
yeah. I was going to suggest.
Yes.
If she's
Yeah, I would probably say, considering your background and where you're from, studded leather would probably be what I would probably have you put down, actually, for now.
So studded leather.
Yeah, probably. Now you have your gold pieces there in front of you, right?
I do.
So studded leather is going to run you 25 gold.
Okay.
All right. Now on your character sheet, you see where it says armor worn in big letters?
Yes.
Right down studded leather in that little place right there to the right.
Oh, yeah. It's already there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Now above all of that, you'll see it's got armor in a box.
Mm-hmm.
Put a 3 there. Okay.
Okay.
And are you going to use a shield? I mean, what kind of weapon do you want to use? Are you using a pole arm or two-handed weapon? If you're not, then I would probably advise you to use a shield. But that's up to you.
I'm definitely using a longbow. I have a dagger and a warhammer.
Okay. So warhammers are not. There's 2 types of warhammers. There's warhammers which are one-handed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the great hammer, which is what do they call it? What do I call it here? Not great hammer. That's not what it's called. It's called a what is that hammer called? The big one. Maul. That's it. I could not think of what it was. It's a 2-handed one. So you're going with a one-handed warhammer. I would suggest probably a shield, right?
Okay. All right.
So right there where it's got shield. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What about the 40K Warhammer?
Oh, God. So for the shield puts you a 1 there, because all shields give you a 1 bonus to your AC, unless it's something like a pavis, which is literally a piece of a wall.
Okay.
And then for miscellaneous, I think that's what modifiers. For modifier for your armor will be your dex modifier. What do you end up with for dex?
15.
15. All right, so that's going to be a
+1.
+1. So put you another 1 right there.
Okay.
And then you're going to add all that up with the 10, and that'll be your total for your armor class. Now, you see the little box where it's got 19, or where it's got a shield?
Yes.
What I want you to do is you want to put your armor class in there as an 18, or what was the number we came up with actually for you?
15.
So put
for total for armor.
So what you probably want to put is a 14/15 in there.
Okay.
Do you know the difference in the 2 numbers?
One
No.
without a shield, one with.
That's right.
Oh, one with shield, one without. Okay.
Because something may happen. Your shield may break. You may not be using it. Whatever. It's good to have them both noted. All right.
Gotcha.
So you've got your shield down. Do you want a metal shield or a wooden shield?
Ooh. Metal shield will probably be really noisy.
It's up to you. The difference is only the durability of it, and obviously, like you said,
Yeah,
if you
that's
to
what I
drop
was
it, it would make
thinking
a
about.
noise, right? But it's up to you.
I'll probably do a metal shield.
Okay, so do you want to do a small, medium, or large? Now, let me tell you how that matters. It doesn't really matter that much in the game, other than if I ever swarm you with a bunch of opponents, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then if you've got a large shield, you can hold off 3 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you've got a medium shield, you can hold off 2 people. If you've got a tiny shield, you can hold off 1 person, which means when I roll to hit you, I'm going to take off that bonus to your shield in my head if I know that you can only hold off 1 guy. But I'm not saying that you get a large one. You get whatever you want. I'm just explaining the mechanics to you.
What's her strength?
16,
14.
14, yeah.
Yeah, she's not holding off anybody. Doesn't matter how big her shield is.
Well, thanks.
The
I'm
positivity.
just saying.
So what would you like? A large wooden, a large steel, medium wooden, medium steel?
Use a wooden one.
Okay. I'll do a medium wooden.
Okay, I'm not going to charge you anything for that. That's going to come free because of your tribe. So
Okay.
medium wooden shield. Put that in there. And then, did you want to wear some sort of a helmet?
Well,
She
we
has a
did
coif.
a coif helmet. Mm-hmm.
Did you go with leather?
Yes.
All right, that's 4 gold pieces.
Okay.
And then your bow, you're a half elf. So you went with the longbow, I'm assuming.
Yes, I did.
75 gold pieces, but I'm going to give you a discount of 60 gold pieces, actually,
Okay.
since it's natural. And where you're at, your tribe makes natural weapons, so it's not going to be that expensive. And you said you got a dagger, I believe, right?
Yes.
That's metal, so a dagger is going to run you 2 gold pieces.
Okay, I can do that one, no problem.
What's up, Chris? Go with the Pavis. I know, man. Or Pavis. Yeah, that's nuts. Hold up. We got to bring the shield up. Hold on, orcs. Hold on. Anyway.
Oh.
Anyway. All right. Okay, so we got your rolls out of the way. We've got your armor taken care of. You guys haven't leveled up yet, have you, Pat? So you still have your starting experience, right? Well, actually, you all wouldn't have hers. So in the player's handbook, up at the top, we've got experience. You see that up there on the right, Courtney?
Yeah.
In the player's handbook, you said?
No, on your character sheet.
Oh, character sheet. Oh, gosh.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I did say player's handbook in your defense. Now turn.
As soon as I get experience for the last session, I'm probably going to level up.
All right, braggart. Let's see. So what I want you to do in the player's handbook, turn to page 27. All right. Yeah, we've got a new player. This is Courtney, Coco Bunny. She's going to be joining us. We've got another one coming on, I think, next week. The Barbie the Barbarian.
She's 5,001 starting for level 3.
Okay,
she needs 9,001 to get to level 4.
So Pat, what Pat's referring to is, if you look in here under cleric, you see the chart there. You're going to be level 3, right? Okay. So to get level 3, you should have 5,001 experience points. Go ahead and put that down on your character sheet under experience.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then your next is going to be what again?
9,001.
9,001.
All right. So put that down for next level.
Yes.
Now, let's talk about. This is going to be probably the last part we'll have to really worry about hard, and that's going to be the weapons section. Okay. Now, while we've got this cleric section open in the book here, I want you to notice something. See over there where it's got your hit dice, D8, and then a column that's got a bunch of pluses on it? That's your bonus to hit. Every class in CNC has a bonus to hit something, right? Now, it's not always the greatest, like fighters who gets a +1 every level. So it's +1, +2, +3. So it's varying per class, right? Yours starts off as a +1 at second level, 0 at first. So you at third level, you should have a bonus to hit of +1, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So what I want you to do on your sheet on here, where it's got the weapons, you'll notice there's a column over there for BTH.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and put you a +1 down. I think you have 3 weapons, right?
I do.
All right, so I would just put it down 3 times. You've got 3 different ones right
All
there.
right.
All right. Now let's talk about the weapons. Now we've got that in place. The first main weapon you have is going to be your sword, correct? All right. What do you want to list first? Your dagger? You want to list your dagger first? Your sword? Doesn't matter to me. You pick. What your preference is.
I'll do my longbow first.
All right. So I'd put longbow in there. Your bonus to hit's going to be what?
+1.
Okay. And then modifier is going to be what? That's going to be dex. That's going to be your dex. Dex is for aiming, right? It's for it's for ranged stuff, right? So you get a +1 there. You don't have a miscellaneous. You don't have anything magical. So what is your total going to be?
+2. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, it should be +2, right?
That is absolutely correct. So that's your total to hit. Okay, that's your bonus to hit, right? So that's your to hit line. Now on damage, what's your bow do for damage? Longbow. You know?
No, I
D6.
don't.
Are you sure it's a D6?
Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, D8 is a composite bow.
Yeah, good job. So composite bows are ones that are designed to take into your strength, right? So they do a little more damage. But anyway, so you want to put a D6 down there, like Rick and Pat said. What is going to be your modifier for your bow? Nothing, because it's just it's you don't have any strength, you don't have any damage modifiers for it, right? Because it's not a composite bow. No miscellaneous, no magical, So that gives you a total of what for damage out there? Just a D8, right?
Is it D8 or D6?
A D6. I'm sorry. This character sheet's been used, so literally reading it.
So I don't. So 0, I think.
Just put D8. Yeah.
What about emotional damage?
Emotional damage. All right.
We'll probably definitely have some of that.
So you put a D8 there. Now, what's going to be your next weapon you're going to put down?
My Warhammer.
Go ahead and fill it out by yourself. Ask me if you have any questions.
Okay, so let's see. Probably be +1.
A lance. Shit. Yes, I have a lance in the jungles. That's great. I'm going to bring it to my dungeon.
Nope.
Rick, you're a mess.
So it should be, if I'm thinking correctly, it should be the same as my longbow.
So what you would do
As my
is, for what? For modifier?
Mm-hmm. Or
Now
yeah,
that's,
for +1.
you're swinging it.
No?
So now you get your strength.
Oh,
melee.
that's right. Okay.
So melee gets strength, ranged gets dex, right? Typically.
Yeah. Okay. So I have a +1 either or, whether it's strength or dex.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So you said no miscellaneous, probably no magic. So +2 for total.
Okay.
So for damage it would be D8 as well.
It would be. You looked it up, didn't you?
I did.
Great. No, that's great. Yeah, because the longbow was a D6, right?
I think you changed it to D8.
No,
No?
I was
Okay.
confused. I was reading off the stupid character sheet.
Gotcha. Okay.
I want to make sure you've got it right.
Okay. So D6 for longbow, D8 for warhammer.
Yep. And now Warhammer has a little bit of a different calculation going on. Do you see that?
Okay.
You should have a modifier this time for damage because it's strength.
Okay. So a +1.
Right.
So we have a total of +1 for damage.
Mm-hmm. I'm not telling her that, Rick. No, I'm not. All right, so just don't read chat. Okay, so you've got that down. I want to double back on the longbow for a second. You see
Okay.
underneath there where it's got a little section called notes?
Yes.
So in the player's handbook, in the equipment section under longbow, okay, let's find that.
What
So
page is that on?
that'll be page 101.
101. Okay. Whoop. Okay.
So what I want you to do is I want you to look there and see. You want to put down in the notes range 100 feet. Okay. So just put like RNG dash 100 feet. Okay.
Okay. RNG 100 feet. All right.
Did you get that down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now I'm going to explain to you really fast why we're here, just so you understand, because you might want to put this down as well. Okay. Let me go to.
Okay.
Let's go to right here. So if you'll turn real fast, just remember equipment. Here's an easy little trick for this printing of the book. You've got basically the 8th printing, I think, which is what I have. I don't know. This is I gave away my last book to someone and wanted a CNC book, so I'm using my leather copy. I don't know what printing this is. You've got the same printing, though, obviously, on the pages. So it is the 8th printing. Okay, so that being said, page 100 is always equipment on the 8th printing. That's how I remember.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to turn to the back of the book, and I want you to turn to page. Let me find it here. You want to go to page. Go to page 215 or no, that's not right. 218. All right, ranged combat. Okay.
Okay.
Now, this is how this works for ranged combat. So basically, I gave you a range for your bow. What was the range?
100 feet.
100.
100 feet. Okay. So Now, ranged weapons have ranged increments, and they have a maximum effective distance equal to 3 times the listed range increment. So, since your range is 100 feet at regular range, you can go up to 300 feet. Okay? All right.
Nice.
So, what you want to do is you want to put 100 foot. You got that, right? Then what you want to do is you want to put you a little slash.
Okay.
Okay? And then for medium, which is 200 feet, you want to put 200 feet and then in parentheses -2. Okay? That's a -2 to your attack.
Okay.
And then for long range, so you've got small, medium, long, or regular, medium, long, whatever you want to call it. Short, I should say. Sorry. So short range is 100. Medium range is 200. What's long range?
300.
So put down 300 long range or L, whatever, and it's a -6. All right?
300 feet. Oh. -6.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Now, the reason why did you double back and do that, we're going to do that for your dagger as well. So let's go ahead and put your dagger in now. It's a weapon. All right? Because it does have a ranged capability as well. You can throw daggers.
Okay.
So you'll want to go ahead and put it down as a melee weapon first, right? So treat it like you would your hammer. You'll get a strength bonus to hit and damage. Okay.
Okay.
So go ahead and pop it in there.
So,
Yeah. Thanks, Rick. I should have just asked you. I couldn't remember.
So it'll be a D8 for damage.
For a dagger?
Yeah.
Look, you better look that up.
1d4.
Yeah.
D4.
The wizard knows that one well.
Yeah.
So it's a D4.
Yeah. Okay. And you said I'll get the same modifier as my hammer?
That's right. You'll have a +1 to hit and a +1 to damage.
If you throw it, you use dex. If you stab with it, you use strength.
Right. So,
Gotcha.
So once you get that all filled out, fill out another line for dagger and then put in parentheses thrown or ranged, however you want to call it. Because the stats will be a little different, right?
Yeah. So.
Well, mine's typically pretty good, but with the stream running and I'm trying to concentrate on her, I can't. My brain's kind of. No, Frank, we've just got a new person joining. Courtney's going to be joining us. So we're teaching her how to play CNC. Or make a character today, really. And we're going to run through a little combat here in a few minutes. Hopefully she can save Mandrich's life. We'll see.
Okay, so
That's all cool as ice. Look at him. Oh, well, maybe he's just tired, actually. I know you got up early this morning, Pat. We all did. Well, you got up earlier than I did, I think, though. Okay, so you got that dagger in?
So is it this?
I'm just curious what you were talking about because I've already have a plan to save my own life. So.
What's that, Courtney?
So are you putting it up under notes for throwing dagger? Or are we putting like another
Make you a whole nother list since it's got a different stat. I would advise just doing a separate one and just calling it thrown or ranged, next to it, and then just fill it out, and then put your notes below like you did for your bow, right? So it's going to be whatever the range is. You'll have to look that up in the book, and then you just right.
Okay, let's see.
Oh wow, dude, you young kids. I mean, I know how y'all are staying up all night playing them video games all night long on the Twitch and all that. I know how that is.
Oh, where was I on my handbook?
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that. I forgot about that. That's right. I forgot. Right on.
So you said the thrown dagger will basically. You said it will have different.
You're gonna treat it like you treated your bow as far as the modifiers go.
Okay, all right. That's
It's
what I
a
thought you
range,
said, but I
right?
wasn't sure.
No, that's okay.
So D6 for damage.
4.
D4.
Right.
+1. All right.
D6 is only for an exploding dagger.
Gotcha. Okay. So. No, I'm not finding the range and all that for Did you say it would be like the bow? Because I don't think I can throw something 300 feet.
No.
the-
The dagger
the
only
range-
has a range of 20 feet.
20 feet. Okay. Like the
Yeah.
highest?
Yeah, you
Okay.
notice how
Pretty much,
you
yeah.
notice how I'm trying to make her look everything up. It's very important she
Yep.
learns the book.
That's also why I was.
That's the
keeping
old
quiet.
school teacher in me.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not against looking anything up.
No,
it's
I
that
know
I
that.
get so lost.
Nope,
I
No,
get
it's
so
understand.
just,
lost.
but it's a good learning experience.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Manfred, I remember the D6 days. Good old basic.
Let's see.
Well, thank you, Manfred. I appreciate that. And do me a favor, tell that mean wife of yours to be nice to you this whole week. No, I'm teasing. She's sweet as can be. We're really happy to have her on board, by the way. She's a huge help. Huge help. Huge help. Let's see. Okay, so once you guys, she's getting narrowed down pretty good because I think she's got her equipment and everything already. The last thing we're going to have to walk her through is spells. And that'll be the toughie. But luckily, both these guys have played spellcasters. How convenient.
And we were both gnome wizards.
Oh, that's really. How did that end up being like that? That's strange. I never realized that. Every time
Well,
I
I
see
was the
Pat, I
better-looking
think of him
one.
playing dwarven characters. You know, so
No, my assassin was a gnome assassin.
oh, that's fair. You're all right about that too. Yeah.
So it would be short 20, medium 30, and long 40 feet for throwing dagger.
What's the short range? 20.
Yes,
It's gonna be 20, 40, 60.
20, 40, 60. Okay.
Yeah.
And
And
that's
we liked
-2 and then -6.
Yes, that's standard for any range, right? Medium's -2,
Okay.
longest. That's right.
All right.
Excellent, Humphrey. That's awesome. Did the gnome assassin have a Scottish accent? Oh, I think Rick's baiting your ass. All of Pat's characters have Scottish accents.
No,
Watch it. Now
Mandrich doesn't.
well, no, Mandrich doesn't. You are right. I will
Mandrich
take
talks
that back.
like this now.
Yeah, he does. He does. Rimmon has the same voice for all of his characters too.
But Cyrus was a wee bit of a Scot.
Wee bit of a spot. All right, so we good on the weapons?
Yes.
Now we've forgotten something that just occurred to me on your character sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Down in the middle, you
Yeah.
wrote down your race abilities, right?
Yes.
So let's talk about the left-hand column. There's one called class abilities. What have you got written there?
Okay. I do not have anything written there.
Okay, right, not a problem. Luckily, you're a cleric, so your abilities are going to be very limited. Do you know what they are?
Okay.
Let's look them up in the book.
Oh,
Come on, kids. Let's get on the bus and go to C&C in the player's handbook. All right.
I know it's page 27. I know that.
Wow, look at you. I didn't even remember that. That's awesome.
I learned.
Jeez. Wow. So, yeah, so right down at the bottom, it starts with abilities. You want to write down spells, clearly, which you have. We know that. We're going to talk about that in a
Okay.
minute. Now,
Mhm.
next to spells, underneath it, I want you to put bonus spells, just so you understand this. You don't have to do this in the future, but once you learn the game, you won't have to worry about this, right?
Okay.
Gnome, dwarf, same thing. Ho, 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 ho. Shots are fired. Anyway, so bonus spells. What's your wisdom?
Let's see. Bonus. My wisdom is 16.
So this is how bonus spells work in CNC, okay? If you
Mhm.
get a bonus to your intelligence or wisdom, according to what you use for spells, right? If
Mhm.
it's a 15, which is a +1, then you get an extra first level spell. If it's a 16 or
Okay.
17, which is a +2, then you get an extra second level spell. And then ultimately,
Nice.
if it's an 18 or 19, then you get a +3, so you get an extra third level spell, right?
Gotcha.
So what you want to do down there is put down there, you've got a 1,2 extra. You've got a first level and a second level extra spell coming in slots. Is what I'm trying to say. All right.
Okay.
So
So
just make a note.
one-
Just put extra 1 and 2 level. That's all you got to put. Something like that. It's not going to matter really, but I want you to understand it. That's mainly what I'm after.
Yeah.
And then there is going to be one last ability that you need to put down for right now, and that's going to be turn
Okay.
undead. Because you have the ability to turn undead and actually destroy them at higher levels. Because they are impure, not of this world. Kind of like Remen.
Gotcha.
But don't try to turn Remen, please.
I will try my best. No promises.
All right. Now, that being said, on page 28, you're going to see a chart that shows your spells, right? Now, the way I run my spells in my games for clerics is I use spell slots, okay? So what that means is, on your character sheet, on the lower right-hand corner, you're going to see a little chart there. You see that chart?
Yes.
So where it says level 0, if you look over here in this chart, see level 0, look, scroll down to level 3. It's got a 4 there, right? You want to pop that 4 in there. That's the number of spells you have, okay?
Awesome.
That you can pick for level 0, okay? Now, you do not have any bonus spells, so you would put a 0 in that next column.
Okay.
And then what would your total be? It would be 4 spells. Now, the number of spells you have per level is also the number of slots that you have, okay? If that makes sense.
Okay.
All right, just think of it like a revolver. You can have up to 4 spells. So that means if you memorize 4 spells of 0 level, you can cast the same spell 4 times, or they can all be individually, or you can cast the same spell twice and then a different one, blah, blah, blah. You understand?
Awesome. Yes.
Okay. Now let's go to the next one, which is the first level spells. All right, first level spells. How many do you get at third level?
2.
So put a 2 down.
Or you said, yeah. Okay.
You see, you're catching on quick. Then on the next box, which is bonus spells, you have an extra 1, right?
Yes.
So put that down and then total them up, and that'll have you a 3. Okay? Then I want you to do the one for second level spells.
Okay, so you said second level.
Stock control or capes. I'm missing all the good. The chat's on fire today. Y'all are cracking me up. Some of these comments.
So I should get. You said I should get 2 bonus level spells.
You get 1.
And so that's 1. Okay, I'm sorry. That's my
You get
bad.
1 first,
So
1 second.
2.
Yeah, that's all right.
1 first, 1 second. Okay.
Stu just ordered the 3 core books for CNC from TLG website the other day. Can't wait until they arrive so I can pour over them. I appreciate that, Stu. We love it. I've been playing this game since 2004. Been playing with their product since 1999. I've been with the company about 6 years, I guess. So, but I love it. Okay, so get that figured in, and then we're going to talk about the hard part. Now, the hard part is not for today. For today, but I'm going to send you a sheet over before we play again, so you can start working on your spells, because this is how it works for spellcasting in CNC for clerics. Some classes, like wizards and illusionists, they carry around a little spell book, right? And it's like a grimoire or a spell book or whatever. And they will basically pick out of that what spells they're going to have for the next day, right?
Okay.
So the list they could pick from is what's in their book, right? Okay?
Yes.
Clerics and druids they use divine power. So they use prayer. They may carry a little prayer book with them around or whatever. Or they may do some sort of ritual in the evening or a prayer or whatever. But basically they're going to pray for their spells, right?
Okay. So,
if you'll get your player's handbook out, we're going to turn to page 160. What is it? 117. We're going to go to page 110 or 116. Sorry.
Okay.
Now on page 116, at the top left, you're going to see a list of 8 0-level spells, right?
116? I'm not seeing it. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's 117.
Okay, we're off the page. That's fine. So you'll see where it says cleric spells divine, right?
Yes.
And then 0-level cleric spells, right? Now in CNC, I know thankfully you've not played 5e because it can get a little confusing, but I'll explain anyway. In CNC, Castle Crusades, 0-level spells are utility spells. Are you familiar with Fantasia, Mickey Mouse?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that. They've got spells that make you clean stuff up. They're very basic utility spells. There's nothing dangerous really about them, right? They're just simple utility spells. Now, below that will be the first level cleric spells. And then below that, the second level, and so on. Now, these lists give you a brief description of what the spell does and the page number where you can find it. Because the page listing back here, if you'll just look at the camera real quick, as you get into the spells, they're much more detailed. Okay,
Hmm.
this is just a little brief thing for you to use. In fact, I often tell people to print this off if they want to have it at their table just for a quick reference, right? So what I want you to do, here's the challenge. If you were a wizard or an illusionist or many of our other spell casting classes, arcane classes, you would have a list of these already written down that you have found in the world or you've researched or you've bought, whatever. You've got them, right? For divine spellcasters, you pray for these. So you have access to all of these spells.
Nice.
All of them. So having you write those all down right now, we would have to be here for about a week, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you over a sheet where you can put down all the spells that you think you will use regularly, right?
Okay.
Anytime you rest and you want to pray for your spells either at night or in the morning, your choice, then you can always switch out your spells. I don't care. You just have to be able to have them down so we know, right?
Okay.
So what I want you to do is, I don't think Pat's back. Raymond, have you played a cleric before?
I have not. No.
Okay, Mandrich, Pat, have you played a cleric in CNC before or in any game?
Yep.
Okay, so Pat can help you a little bit with that. So what you're going to do right now, what I'd like for you to do, is you just want to look through these spells.
Always heal the magic users first.
Look through these spells. Hey, honey. And then on the back of your character sheet, for now, there's a little place where you can put down spells, magical items, scrolls, potions, blah, blah, blah. You can either put it there, or if you want, you can just write on a piece of paper next to you or type it up somewhere else. I don't care.
Okay.
But what we're going to have you do is I want you to pick out your spells right now, okay?
Okay.
Now, so if looking on the chart, how many 0-level spells do you get?
I get 4.
So what I want you to do is go through here and pick out 4 or 5 and write those down so you have, you don't have to do that. You could probably just keep this page open and look. But go ahead and pick out the spells you want to use right now regularly, all right? You can look at them like 1 quart, 2 gallons of pure water. One's detect alignment, one's detect magic. So those are, like I said, utility spells. So pick whichever ones you want. And then once you get done with those, move on to the first level and move on to the second level. All right?
Okay.
Right. It'll get easier the higher level you go because you get less spells to pick from. So.
All right.
And again, you can switch those out. All right? And these spells, they may be similar to a lot of the spells you've run across with Jay because it's all the same stuff. This game was devised off of D&D, so it's all the same. There are some new stuff in there, different stuff, but it's all pretty much the same. Like Cure Light Wounds, or Detect Secret Doors, Detect Undead. That's not really hard to understand, right? What is a Scottish cleric? Oh my God, chat's hilarious. Well, you have less. You're wrong. I was wrong, David. You have the same amount to pick from, but less you get to pick, right? Because you get 4 at first, and then I think she gets 3 at second.
Courtney.
Yes.
I put a link of my one of my cleric spells. He's 3rd level. I'll give you an idea of what kind of spells to use.
Okay.
Yeah, in Discord.
Okay.
Yeah. That's my fault. I'm stumbling over my words this morning. Spam Viking says a dwarf with a kilt and bagpipes.
Do you mind if I go use the restroom really quick?
No. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. I'll be right back. I'm
we're
sorry.
very casual here. We'll mock Pat while you're gone.
You could even go to the bathroom there if you want. We don't care. Raymond does it all the time.
Yeah, Manfred. That's one of the things I do like about these spell sheets. How it's got the page number out next to it. That makes it a lot better. Absolutely. Hey guys, give me just a second. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's take a quick break. We'll be on camera. You can come and go, but I'm going to get this phone call real quick. I'll be right back.
Thank you for waiting.
No problem. Check out a phone call. So
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna look at his Discord link real quick. Or if it'll let me open it. Okay. I have to do it on my phone. Let's see. Let's see, I got that one. I got that one. Yeah, I have that one too. So it looks like basically I have almost everything that you had, except I did detect alignment.
Yeah, it doesn't come in that handy. That's why I don't use it.
Oh, it doesn't?
Most encounters, we really don't care what their alignments are. Those are like very specific kind of spells.
Gotcha.
Most of the stuff we're hitting at level 3 and 4 and all that's just going to be your basic
Okay.
kill or be killed kind of things.
Gotcha. Makes sense. All right. So do you want me to list out the ones I've already looked at for level 0? Oh, he's on the phone.
Just
Okay.
Yeah.
He's on the phone.
Yeah.
I didn't see he was on the phone.
I was like, we don't care. Just put it on your character sheet.
Oh. Well, you might care. You might need to know.
Well, no, that would be metagaming. It's not like we're having an interview process once you join the party. So where do you see yourself in 5 levels?
Hopefully not
still
dead.
Alive. Yeah, hopefully still alive.
Yeah, that's the fun thing about Castles and Crusades. Most of the adventures are just very basic
Okay.
as far as dungeon crawling and slaughter and murder hoboing and
Let's see.
we should do like a bad lip reading of Chuck's phone call. No, I sent the check in. I told
All right,
look,
I'm back.
Oh.
Sorry about that. All right, so where were we? Okay, about spells. Are they getting you figured out on spells? Hey, what's up, Garner?
Yeah. I'm working on my first level spells.
Okay, that's fine. She's getting her spells. Yeah, no, I didn't get a call from him. If he would just message me and say, "Hey, smoke," you know. Listen, we've got all the monster stat blocks turned in, Rick. We actually we tore apart the Monsters and Treasure last week. We had a big meeting, and so that's moving along pretty fast now. I'm pretty excited about it. We're getting rid of so many Fae. Yes. Anyway, all right.
as one should.
How's the weather down there, Garner? Where you're at?
The weather outside is frightful.
You're killing me, Pat. This guy needs to write a book or something. Man, I'm telling you. No, not yet. We'll take care of that shortly, Dirty. I saw your question up there. Sorry, guys. I had that phone call and it got me off my thing. Let me check my restream here where I've got all the chats up. Because now we're streaming to everybody. Okay. And for you guys that are listening, if you are over on Twitch or if you're not over on Twitch, we are doing a giveaway. If you're not on Twitch, but you're on Facebook or YouTube Live, just join the Twitch channel. Give us a follow. Exclamation point raffle will get you in the entry. We're giving away some $10 codes for the store for digital products or PDFs. You're welcome to join right in. We are working on getting a bot set up for that stuff for the other ones. I don't know if this is like Facebook's going to let us do that, but YouTube might. I don't know. But if not, if you don't, you can come on over or whichever. Oh, rain. Yeah, we don't have any rain. Well, it was raining this morning, Garner, but it stopped. It looks like It looks like fall outside, basically, very dreary fall. But you know, so tired of rain. Yeah, I don't want any more snow. We had enough snow to do me forever. My God, the snow we've had in the past week and a half, it's been dumb. I wished I lived farther south where that stuff just melts. Right. Ivanite, what's up, Ivanite? How are you doing? Good morning to you. Good to see you. Raining in Nashville, right on. Well, I'm up in Bristol, Spam, so it's like I said, it rained this morning, but it stopped. So, you know.
All right, I've got my spells.
Oh, she's got her spells ready. All right, let me look at the character sheet again. We got class, your name, languages. Put your languages in real fast.
Okay.
And I'll do something I didn't do earlier. All right, and then let me hop over to you. Right click, save that image as. Oh, I already got that image. Never mind. And go to here. Now, all right. Oh yeah, work. I hear you. That's what I'm doing. I'm having to work right now.
Where are my languages at?
It's gonna be under your race. It's gonna be under your race. Okay. It's gonna be under your race.
Okay. 86. Sorry, I'm still trying to find it.
Man, her scroller thing's cracking me up. You know, there are bookmarks on the left if that helps you any. Maybe you can open the bookmarks up. It's going to be under races.
Okay, got it.
You got it?
Uh-huh.
You do me a favor. I can't see the screen. Will you spell your character's first name for me, please?
Reyryn.
R-E-Y.
Ryn.
Rayrin. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay. And then let me hop over to here.
So it says 3 of the following. So do I have to pick 3 out of the list that it gives me?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
I might be miss. This is PHB, so it's gonna be a little different from the Arid one. Let me look here real quick, just so I'm right with you. What page are you on?
93.
Thank you.
What is she trying to find?
Oh, we're gonna see what languages
language.
she's got. Okay. Oh yeah. So common elf and 3 of the following. So you get to pick 3 of the following. That's absolutely correct.
Okay.
So I should have just said yes. You get to pick. You can ask them if you want. I'll let you cheat. It don't matter to me. Or you're not. You can go ahead and be mysterious.
Just type in 3 of the following.
Okay. I put goblin, gnome, and halfling. There we go. All right, I got my languages.
Good deal. Oh crap. You know, you get used to like operating software where it's a 1-click or a 2-click, and then you run across a software that's just the opposite, and then it misses you. You're trying to click something here, and Fantasy Grounds wants 1 click, not 2 clicks. So, yeah. All right, good deal. Okay, all right. Then the last thing I'm going to do.
Did we ever figure out my hit points?
We don't have them written down? Okay, yeah. So just total that up and put them in there. That's my fault. So remember this, the little squares where you put each level down?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just total them up.
9, 18. Okay.
Don't forget to add your con bonus.
And
Should
my what?
already
I'm
be-
sorry.
That should already be included with the rolls.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we added those when I rolled.
Okay. Excellent. All right. There we go. Okay. So hit points are down. You got all that down. Let me get some information from you real fast.
Okay.
All right. Now that we are approaching something.
The 3
Chuck,
hour
you might
mark.
have forgot something.
What's that?
Oh.
What did I
Sanity.
forget? Huh? Oh, sanity. I forgot about that's something new we're doing. We're trying sanity out. So sanity is very simple. You're just going to roll. You're just going to add up your intelligence and wisdom.
Okay.
All right, and you're going to average them out. So what's your intelligence and wisdom?
Intelligence. So my intelligence and wisdom, like total,
Mm-hmm.
is 26.
All right, so your average is going to be a 13. So put that down somewhere. Your sanity score is a 13. So I forgot there's
Okay.
an 8th one now. I forgot about that, and that's going to be a +1 to sanity checks.
And her 2 extra talents or whatever, like Ars Magica and Alchemy, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. I'm going to get ready to ask her right now, Manfred. All right. And yeah, that comes up whenever it's something I feel like that would mess with your brain. And you just roll. As long as you make your check, you're fine. If you miss your check, probably nothing bad will happen at first. But what happens is every time you miss your check, you lose a point. So your 13 will drop to 12. And then it'll
Oh
drop to
god.
11.
Okay.
So it
Ain't
can.
nothing like being
It
insane.
can. So you can go crazy, you know. Maybe.
Maybe.
All right, so let's see here. We're gonna
This is
do
Chuck's version of the level drain.
Ah, okay. Makes sense.
no,
Basically.
no. Come on, Raymond, you over laughing too.
Makes sense.
I mean, basically, like.
All right, so So I'm gonna ask you some questions. What's your wisdom?
My wisdom is 16.
That's a prime, correct?
Yes.
Now, did you figure out how to notate that on the character sheet? Because I forgot to tell you. There's some little circles out there to the left.
Oh yeah, I had that one marked.
See, you're right on it. That's good. That's good. All right, so my next question is going to be for you is going to be, let's see, you're playing a cleric, and what is your 2 primes? Wisdom and what? We didn't discuss what your other prime was going to be. Oh, thank you, Lucidius. I'm drinking some delicious grape water today, and not from the fruit, but from the powder. But if I go crazy, will you still call me Superman? You don't know which one to pick, do you?
Mm-mm.
Well, clearly wisdom's the one you
Con.
get. He's saying do con, so your health's good.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
You could also do Dex. For if you get
Yeah.
I know
points
my
there.
dex and my con are both the same.
Dead healers don't heal others, so.
he's trying to think of the full
He's
picture
trying to save
here.
his.
Yeah.
He's trying to save his own ass.
This is why I chose a cleric, so I could save y'all and heal y'all when y'all needed it.
Well, chat's
But
saying
I
Dex, you
will
want to be
really-
sneaky.
Oh, that's true.
It's up to you.
Mm.
I mean, coming
if
from
you
the
have
jungles
skill-
of
Sneaky with the
Inklu-Naid,
heels, you know.
coming
But
from the
if you
jungles of
have a-
Inklu-Naid, you probably would be. I could see someone trying to be very stealthy just because it's a very dangerous place, right? But
Hmm.
Pat has a good point, though. On the other hand, you could always use the extra. The good thing about the prime is it makes your checks better, right? So you just have to
Yes.
kind of decide: do you want to have better checks with your dexterity utilization, or do you want to have better checks with your constitution? You know, it's really a toss in the air. It's up to you. Do you want to be more healthy?
It is.
Or you want to pull off better, healthier checks, or you want to pull off like better dexterous checks? That's really
But
what it was.
Chuck,
Yeah.
if you have a skill of like sneak or hide,
True,
you treat it as a prime anyway, right?
I do.
So I basically already have like a high dexterity because it's. Well, hold on, let me think. I think I'm gonna go con. I'm thinking I'm gonna go constitution.
Okay.
Hmm.
There's no
So you
bad
can
choice.
choose Dex, but, just think how fancy you'll look doing that double backflip right as you die, casting that final heal on the wizard.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
No, it's not going to the wizard. Just.
All right. So what did we decide your AC was? Without a shield.
14, 15.
Okay. So with a shield.
14-15.
And what's your max hit points?
18.
Did you hear that, chat? Her max hit points are 18.
Well,
Now,
more than mine.
she actually is equal to Tarnum, the barbarian in the group. No, that's wrong. I lied. No, never mind. He's got double her. Never mind. But she does have the second best hit points in the group.
Woo!
I
Pat's,
have the second.
I
Pat's-
probably
have
need
20.
to.
Pat's got the third best. No, I'm lying. He actually does.
No, I have 20, Chuck.
It's the Kevlar cloth robe I'm
Do
wearing.
you have 20? Oh, you do.
I have 20.
Yeah, you do. I didn't. I overlooked you. My bad.
Happens.
I like my skill monkey characters. Now, and this reminds me, this is I've got all this information I need down here. The last thing we need to do is let's talk about your skills. In the folder,
Okay.
there is a list called skills. Did you see it? Secondary skills.
Oh, sorry, 1 second.
It's okay. It's gonna be in the folder under starting players. I completely forgot about that till just now when Ruben said skills. It jarred my memory.
Of course, my Discord doesn't want to open up when I want it to.
Chat, the Hobbit's about to leave me. Where you headed with all that jewelry? Work. I love you, honey. Have a good day. Mm-hmm.
Hey, I got most everything off this table for you, but
I was gonna make them clean their mess up anyway.
no,
So,
there's a little bit of stuff.
all right, I'll get on to them. My players are messy. We're
You
gonna have a game here
said
tonight.
you said under settings.
Under the folder for starting players,
Oh, starting players.
Yeah.
Okay.
should be a secondary skills sheet.
Mm,
You don't see it?
no, I don't. Oh, CNC skills. There we go.
There we go. Sorry, I couldn't remember
I
what it's
got
called. So you're gonna get one for free. I'm gonna give you
Okay.
called physical. So look that up. I think what is it? What's its attribute base? Is it intelligence or wisdom? I can't remember.
That
Which
might be
one did you say?
intelligence. Physical.
Yeah, I have definitely married above my. No, she does all that for me. So yeah, she's definitely above my station. That's for sure. She's sweet. I don't know why she puts up with it. Physical's it should have like intelligence next to the ability, I think.
Okay. Ooh. Fisker, where is it? Okay. Intelligence.
Okay, so just put down physical and then in parentheses INT. That way you'll know what
Okay.
check it is. Now physical is basically medicine, right? Being able to check
Mhm.
someone's health out, see if they're okay, blah blah blah.
And
Now-
where did you say I was putting this one at?
Put it under skills,
On my
bottom
case?
left. Yeah, you can put it under class abilities. It's fine. I don't care.
Okay.
Wherever you got space. Anybody out there that's looking to run some games for us virtually at GaryCon, there's the links right there. It just popped up in the chat. Please put your events in or email us there at Endless Worlds. And we'll get you hooked up with some swag and some stuff. Get you in on the con. It's going to be a lot of fun. Coming up in March.
So you said Fisker and then intelligence, and what did you say after that?
I said that it's basically for treating wounds and stuff, or trying to diagnose people.
Gotcha.
Now, since you get that as a class, I give that to clerics as a class thing, part of training. I'm gonna let you pick a second additional skill just because I do that sometimes, and this will be based off your background. So what we talked about earlier a little bit privately.
Mm-hmm.
See if you find a skill that fits you in there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Garner. I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. Yes, virtual GaryCon. It is a thing. I'm not really sure. I don't have the link if they have a separate. Oh, I think it's all on the same page, actually. If you go to that link up there.
I think I'm going to choose terrain lore.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you don't have to pick it right now if you want to look through them. Because I want to make sure you get one you like. Okay, there's all kinds of different ones in there, and they're just basically secondary skills off your background. So it comes into play huge, but it could, All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, click that link right there if anybody's interested, because it'll take you to that main page right there. It's got the ethereal, virtual GaryCon, and also the physical. Yeah.
One of my characters had gambler, and
Absolutely.
the party was always gambling without me. They were always gambling if I would do something stupid.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll choose terrain lore.
Yeah, you just need to pick a terrain for me. You want to do jungle?
Yeah.
Go ahead and put that down. That's fine.
Okay.
I think that's all right. So I'm going to get Pat and Remen to help me teach Courtney a little bit of how some of this stuff works here. So that's what we're going to do right now. Wow, I don't know what's going on with fan screen. I just got some crazy, like all the windows are like massively big. No, that's strange. I'll fix it. There we go. Okay. All right, we close this out. Get this set up right here. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do an impromptu introduction. So sometimes in my games, I got it, Garner, just the other day. I'm getting ready to send that out to some people this week. Absolutely. Thank you for asking. Yeah, and we have badges. We can get people badges actually if they want to run virtual as well. We'll be posting stuff out this week about the instructions for that. We don't go to the Pacific Northwest. I used to live in Seattle, actually. I wish we did, but I'm hoping to get us back there. This year we're returning. So this year we're going to GaryCon, Gamehole Con, Gen Con, and then I've got a couple other cons we're going to visit as well, maybe for scouting for next year. But we'll probably be going to Philadelphia next year as well. And then I want to start heading out west, and then south. I'd like to hit Dragon Con too down in Atlanta. Look at these two. Yeah, them two. You two are two nuts. Yeah, that figures. Both of y'all. Anyway. All right. So we're going to do an impromptu. Remember that one time win. So for this campaign, we're going to talk about the time where Mandrich and Finch met Rayrim in jungles of Inklu-Naid. Now, Mandrich's character, which is a gnome wizard, we'll talk about that in a minute, is a shipwrecked individual, whereas Finch comes from the jungles. All right. So let me go ahead and switch this over to. Let me switch this over here real quick, guys. All right. So this group's going to be playing in the world of Aird. Okay. I need to see something I need to fix real quick because we have more players now. So let me bring this out. Fantasy Grounds updated the thing not too long ago, and so now it's got like all the character portraits are on there, but they're darkened out if they're not playing, like if someone's gone or something. I kind of wish they were really faded away, right? Because it's hard to see that. Like from where I'm looking at, you can kind of still see the portraits pretty good. So it looks like they're active, but those people are actually not here. The three on these two right here are active, and so is Finch. So, Herlorn's not here, and neither is Tarnum. All right, anyway, so back to that. We're going to do a remember one time win, and you guys are going to sort of like a memory kind of thing right now, so we can walk her through some of the basic stuff. We're playing in the world of Aird. I gave her the crash course on Aird. You remember when I was talking to you about, Courtney, when I was talking to you about Offstrag and where Unclar ruled the world, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to push this out for everybody to see in the stream and for on Fantasy Grounds. Well, maybe I'm not. Maybe I don't have it loaded up on here. Okay, so on the stream, this picture right here, the one on the lower right, you see that tower going up in the sky with those wyverns flying around and the dragons. There's some dragons and wyverns flying around the top of that. I'm trying to remember. Hey, Tyler, do you remember how tall that tower is? I want to say that tower is like 12 miles high or something insane. It's nuts how big it is. And it goes underground too. It's filled with, it's like a big giant mega dungeon. And that's where Unclar ruled the world of Aird for 1,000 years. This is a map of the world right here. All right, as you can see. Just kind of show you guys a brief look at it. This is the main continent here. Now, where these guys are playing at is down in the south here, right? It's called Inklu-Naid because that's the major subcontinent down here, or continent, I should say. There's another one over here called Aurora. This is, as you can see, these are all jungles down in here, very tropical, Mesoamerican kind of thing, right? African's more like up through here. Anyway, they're playing down in here. They don't really know where they're at on the map yet, even though it's called Jungles of Inklu-Naid. They're not 100% sure they've made it to the main continent. They could be in one of these outlying places out through here. They just don't know. There's a sunken dwarf city right there. Anyway. All right. So that's where they're playing at. Okay. Does it have? No, I don't, Pat, because that requires a handler that I don't have. Yeah, I can't remember. There's 22 levels to it. Yeah, you're right. I love how everybody's just picking up the chat. It's great. All right. Anyway, so moving along. In this scenario, where we're going to run her through some things, Courtney, you I'm eating my lunch, which is basically seeds. So, yeah. You're traveling through the jungle. You were with a party of hunters from your village, and a large hiss beast, as they're called, and she's giant reptilian type of creatures. There's different kinds. Interrupted the party. You guys were hunting some looked to be some sort of bovine or sort of a bovinous looking creature, sort of like a cross between a deer and a cow. And you were basically hunting. You are hunting for the village. And this giant hiss beast come roaring through and interrupted everything, right? Just interrupted everything at all. And it threw everybody off a little bit, and you got separated from the group. Now,
How wonderful.
The bad news for that is when you got separated, you were trying to find your way back to your village, but that thing was still tromping around in the jungle, so you had to try to hide from it, right? Well, things got turned around, and you realize you're now in a part of the jungle that you've never been to before. You feel like your village is close, but you've not been able to find any kind of trails or anything that look like they were recent, other than game trails, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this creature is still stalking the jungles near you. You can hear it thudding around, boom, boom. Large creature. It's very large. Its mouth, it kind of stands up on some hind legs. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's got some short-looking arms, but it's got a huge mouth that comes out filled with rows of teeth. 3 rows of teeth. This thing is savage looking. So you're just like, I'm out, right? And you're hiding behind some trees and just trying to sneak around. I want you to give me a move silently check. All right, let's see if you can, how quiet you can move.
Okay, so what die would that be?
Be a D20 for all checks and saves.
All checks and save D20. All right.
And you're going to add what to it?
Oh, you said for Dex,
Mm-hmm.
for dexterity.
Well,
okay.
it's for move silently.
So
yeah.
move silently. Okay, so that's 10 total.
Okay, so what'd you roll?
I rolled an 8.
What'd you add to it?
I added my 2 for move silently.
Okay, and then what else did you add to a check?
Oh, you add a 1 for mod. Okay, so that would be 11.
And then you also add your level.
And my levels. Okay, so it would be the 8 plus the 2 plus the 1 plus 3. Is that correct?
No, you're good. You're good. You get so here's how it works. You're always going to add your level. You're always going to add your attribute modifier. So your level's a 1. Dex is a 1.
The level's a 1. Okay.
So that's a +2. And then you have an additional +2 because of your ability, right? Because you're an elf.
Okay.
So it's a +4 total. You'll get it.
Okay.
So then you would just say 12 prime.
Okay.
All right. So you rolled a 12 prime. So you kind of hunker down. You're moving quietly, moving around. You can see that thing in the trees. It's kind of really covered up now. And you're kind of backing up and you're looking for it. When the ground that you're on starts to just collapse and fall in. And you're just like, and you try to reach and grab the side. Okay. And I tell you, I'll allow you a chance to see if you can grab a hold. That's going to be another dex check. It's just going to be a raw dex check. You're going to roll a 20.
Okay.
You're going to add your dex bonus to it and your level. So that'll be a +2. Is what it's going to be. All right.
Okay. All right. So I got a 9. So that would be 11.
Okay. So you scramble back and you grab a hold of some tree roots that have come out as this ground is opening up. And you got a hold of roots. And for just about, I don't know, 30 seconds, you're like, thank goodness. And then the roots start to pull out of the earth, and you just start falling down, and then it snaps. And you kind of look, and it looks as if there's been a vent that's opened up in the ground, and you can feel steam coming out, right? Now, you've heard of these vents before. Now, of course, you don't call them vents, but it's basically your tribe believes that whenever this happens, that the earth is basically angry, and it's letting off hot steam, right? In the real world, that's volcanic activity. You're actually near a volcano, but you don't know this, right? You just open it up, it's hot. Now, these aren't filled with fire. It's just hot steam gasping out of here. These are the steam vents, but it's very hot. Luckily, it's not like a vent that's directly exposed. This is just a little sub area that is broken off on the crust of the earth. And as you go falling back on top of this heat, and you see it, you're like, you land probably about 20 foot down. So you take a little bit of damage, okay? Now, I'm going to explain to you how damage works as soon as I find I forgot to get my dice. My granddaughter has been, she's 2 years old now, and she uses the dice, one of my dice towers all the time, so she's borrowing. Okay, seems like she's got my coins in here as well. I did not know that. Jesus.
I was like, wow, those are loud dice.
Yeah, and they just went everywhere, like off my table. And the other dogs are scared. Look, they're both hauling ass in the other room. Y'all can't see them, I guess. But they're running. Look at them. They're running away. Anyway, they didn't like the loud noise. It scared me, too. Bless her heart. I love her. She's got marbles in here, dice, and challenge coins. Like this one right here. I love her. She's learning how to play CNC. I took Candyland. I've converted it, and I've been teaching her how to roll six-sided to understand, numbers and stuff. It's working really well, actually. She's pretty awesome. All right, I'll put these over here somewhere. We don't need this right now. Get some dice over here. I don't even have a tray or nothing. Look at me, slumming. I blame Pat. So, all right. So let's see. We were in the middle of what? Oh, you fell. So let me explain to you how damage works in CNC for falling. Falling damage is very simple.
Okay.
Falling damage is a D6. Okay?
Okay.
But it's kind of realistic. So if you fall 10 feet, it's a D6. If you fall 20 feet, it's a D6. And then it's another D6 times 2. So 1D6, 2D6, 3D6, 4D6, but they add up. So the farther you fall, the worse the damage is, right? So for you, for falling 20 feet, it would be 2D. It would be a 3D6 is what it would be.
So 3D6.
So me and Remen have been falling for 8
I knew this
weeks.
was
We
coming.
need how many D100s?
I think we're dead if we hit the floor.
I think when you guys hit the ground, I'm gonna have chat. We got what, 32 people in here? We can have everybody roll a 6-sided. How's that sound?
Oh my gosh.
And then you probably still have 6-sided left.
I'm gonna roll damage for you. Not too bad.
Okay.
A 2. There's a 4. And another 2. So what is that? 8. 8 points of damage. So you take 8 points of damage when you fall. That is not quite half your hit points. If you do take more than half your max hit points in a round, I usually have you do something special, like you get knocked out, or it's sort of like in the old AD&D days we call it system shock. You might be electrocuted, just whatever. But you're okay. You take a bunch of damage. You hurt. It hurts. You're just laying there. You're kind of stunned.
Luckily, you're a cleric and you can heal yourself.
Right. So you're laying down here, and you're seeing that, and you don't see a way to climb back up readily. You kind of set up, and you're kind of sitting there, and your back's hurting. You hear that thing stomping around, and there's a rumble as the earth here kind of rumbles a little bit because it is very unstable since you're near a volcano, and you're just like, you're almost to the brink of freaking out. It's like, what am I going to do? I can't find my tribe. Can't find who I was with. This thing's out here stalking me. Now I've fallen down some sort of volcanic vent pit kind of thing. So what would you like to do? At this point, your options are either to try to find some way to climb back up, or you can walk down the vent in either direction. It is filled with steam coming up out of the ground, so it's kind of smoky, I would guess, or steamy, right? But it's not uncomfortable. It's not killing you or anything. Now, if you were to try to dig deeper, you would probably receive a higher temperature, right? But which way would you like to go?
Yeah.
Festive crowd.
And how close did you say that thing was?
Up there walking around?
Yeah.
He's probably about 30 yards away. Not far. Maybe 25. He's close. You hear him stomping around. You can't really see. He might be closer, actually. He's pretty loud. And he's very angry, as if something's really pissed him off. You're just like,
Call to him. Maybe he'll fall down there with you.
Oh gosh, I'm hoping that hole is not big enough. Well, because I've taken damage. Well, because I've taken damage, and if he's that close, if I even try to climb up, I can still take more fall damage. So I'll probably go down the vent.
Okay, so you're
That's
just gonna
probably
walk.
my safest choice. Yeah.
I tell you what, I'm gonna let you do. Give me a terrain lore check.
Okay, so terrain lore, that was wisdom.
Now, why I'm having you roll that instead of asking you what you want to do is I'm going to teach you a little bit about terrain lore. Now, I don't know if I've got. Oh, there it is. How sweet is that? Under secondary skills, under terrain lore, it says skills of terrain lore denote a character's familiarity with an unusual, for example, not forester, farming, mariner type of stuff that they lived in for some time before adventuring, like you live in the jungles, right?
Mm-hmm.
So since you're familiar with the jungle terrain, you probably have got some tricks up your sleeves to be able to tell the directions. So I'm going to assume with your check, I might allow you to try and determine which way is north and which way is south, right?
Okay.
What did you roll?
I rolled an 18.
18 prime or non-prime?
Wisdom is a
18.
prime.
Yeah, 18 prime. Yeah.
Okay. Did you add everything up?
So that would be +2 +1, so that is 21 total.
So 21
Plus
prime.
3.
Yeah.
21 prime. Yeah.
She's got a wisdom +2 bonus and a level of one of. Oh, we've been screwing up. Your level's level 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I asked level 3. You're like, no, 1. I was like, oh, okay.
Sorry, I so used to start new people out with first level characters. That's my bad. You were right. I was wrong. So what is your roll going to be now?
So let's see,
Wait.
18 +2, that's 21 +3, that is 24 prime.
Are you sure? So you rolled an 18, right?
Mm-hmm.
Level's 3, so that puts it at 21.
Yes.
And then what's your bonus for wisdom?
Oh, 22. I'm sorry.
It's an intelligence, isn't it?
No, it's wisdom.
Yeah, terrain of lore is wisdom.
Okay, so it's a +2. So then what's that make a total? 22 or 20?
22. Yes, 22.
Should be 23.
But 20.
It's okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'll get
three
the
for your
math
level,
eventually.
3 for your level, 2 for wisdom. That's 5.
23, right.
All right, so 23 prime. That's pretty good. You stick your finger in the air, look at the leaves on the trees, see which way the wind's blowing, what the sun is in the sky, and you determine which way's north, which way's south. Which way would you like to go? You figure heading south is toward the volcano because you can smell the sulfur in the air blowing towards you
Okay.
from the wind.
Which way was I originally traveling?
Well, so you got all lost. You're not really sure now.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
problem.
Okay.
If you're a ranger, I could probably let
I'll
you track
probably-
trails and stuff. But
I will probably head north.
head north. Okay.
North.
All right. Away from the volcano. Okay, so you start heading north, and you walk for probably about 20 minutes, and this vent starts to head down. The whole area seems to be sort of going downhill a little bit, which makes sense because if you're going away from mountainous terrain like volcanoes, it's going to probably go downhill, right? At one point, you do have a break, and you can see through the trees, and it definitely starts to go even farther down. And way out in the distance, you can see something you've never seen before, but you've heard stories from hunters and from travelers through your village. It looks like a body of water that goes on forever. I mean, forever. You just can see it, and then as you're walking in this vent, as it starts to cut down and go down, eventually it goes out of sight again. But there's some sort of massive body of water way off of this. I'm talking days travel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you continue walking. You determine with your terrain lore also that it's probably about noon now. You guys left it really earlier. I left early out, so it's gotten about noon today. The sun's in the noon position in the sky, and you can start to hear a noise, a roaring sound up ahead. It sounds like a body of water, like a loud stream. And as you get closer, you can tell that stream's probably a river, but there's a loud noise going on. You determine there must be some sort of rapids or something going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, you come to an opening in the jungle. And there before you, you can see more jungle heading out, right? And far in the distance, you think you can just make out the lip of where that water is. But the trees are still pretty damn high, so you're not 100% sure. You'd have to probably climb up a little higher to be able to see out, right?
Okay.
But what's interesting is this one of Steven's games. Well, Steve is known for his rivers, that's sure. That's for sure. But what's interesting about this is, as you've walked upon this, the reason why is it's become very increasingly loud. Really loud. And when you look over, you can see what appears to be, off to the right, a large stone-looking structure that's come up out of the jungle, right? And below you is a small waterfall. That's what was making the noise. And this river seems to be coming out from a different angle through the trees and then waterfalling over and then down below you. You can look down, and over to the left you can see the pool of water, the splash pool where the water's hitting. It's not a massive waterfall, It's probably about 20 foot high, maybe 15. And then there's a river idling down below. And like I said, just beyond this, over on the side, you can see what appears to be a clearing kind of with some sort of a ruined looking building, sort of pyramidal shaped, right? Okay.
Okay.
Now, standing down in the clearing near the edge of the jungle, you see two figures that are kind of bit down looking through the trees, through the jungle trees, at this building, this clearing area. They have not noticed you because you're up above them on this ridge. And one appears to be, well, you can't make out much detail because of the trees, but you can see them hiding down in there. But they look like they're wearing, one of them looks like to be wearing clothing that you've seen before, and one of them looks to be dressed, I don't know, like he's wearing some sort of sheets of cloth or something. Kind of weird. But you'd have to get closer to make them out. What would you like to do?
Okay. I would definitely like to sneak up and get a closer look up if I can possibly sneak up behind them to get a closer
And you
look.
will have to climb down the side of the ridge here.
Okay, yeah. Climb down the side and try to sneak my way up behind them.
So here's what I want you to do. Your strength's pretty good. So why don't you just give me a move silently roll and we'll work it all into one check. How's that?
Okay.
All right.
So move silent. All right, so I got an 11.
Okay.
Plus 2, plus 1, plus 3, 5, 6. So that is a 17 total.
Prime.
Prime. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So as you start to climb down, you don't have much difficulty. There's some good head holds, some roots and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You get down on the ground surface. You start creeping toward them. Mandrich, I want you and Finch to roll me wisdom checks, please.
Let me get the dice out.
That's right. We'll roll some dice today, some bones, a little bit. Next week we'll roll
Finally, I'll get to roll some dice. I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty 20 non-prime.
Okay. Actually, I should even had you roll, manager. Now I looked. We'll wait on the Netherland here.
I'm opening all the bags and I'm not finding D20s.
You don't just roll it.
He's carving his own. He can have my 17 since you said I didn't need to roll.
Just roll 2 10s.
I got it.
-1.
I got it. -1.
That's why you're a dice goblin like me and you already have 5 sets.
All right.
I've got issues. with
Said
dice.
wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I've only been actually like using them since November and I already have 5 sets.
That's good. That's good. My granddaughter can't wait to get all this. I cannot wait to have her inherit it either. Wait, no, that means
That will
dead.
be
Hold on.
15.
15 prime or non-prime?
Non-prime.
All right. So as you're bending over, you're staring at what appears to be some sort of a stone pyramid type thing. You hear Mandritz under his breath say, "Finch, something's behind us." As Mandritz, you can hear something creeping along. You barely can hear it. Something moving
I was
pretty quiet.
going to ask you if I could use my enhanced hearing.
You have no need. No, you don't even have to. You can hear it coming. What would you like to do?
Oh, let's see.
This is where I pit the characters against each other, everybody.
Oh, rude. So you're
Oh,
sneaky
nice.
like Jay.
Transmorph. Let's see.
So you're sneaky like Jay.
Can be.
Burning hands would be a little overkill, wouldn't it?
It could be.
Are we acting like we haven't used any of our spells? Are they all available?
Yeah, everything's available. Everything's good. This is
okay.
this is remember that one time win. I got that from Jingo, Ship of Fools.
I can tell where behind me the sound is coming from.
Can you actually pinpoint it?
Oh yeah,
I don't need to pinpoint it, but vaguely, I know, and I can
your-
tell about how far away it is.
With your enhanced hearing, I'd say you hear it coming.
I'm
You know that it's probably
just gonna.
you probably know it's somebody that's small, right? not a monster.
I'm just
or
going to cast
whatever.
ghost sounds behind me and beyond the point to where I think I'm hearing the sounds from of 4 large humanoids in armor clinking up behind the sound I hear.
Okay. Okay. Raymond, what are you going to do, Finch? As he bends over and says, "There's something coming," he starts casting a spell.
Are we next to a tree?
You
No.
were hiding behind trees, looking out this clearing. All right.
I'm gonna climb up the tree to hide in the leaves.
Are you really? Okay. Wasn't expecting
Yep.
Wow.
that.
Leave the 3-foot guy on the ground. All right, good job.
I'm right
Good
above you.
job.
You're
Thanks a
fine.
lot. All right, I'm gonna ask you to give me a strength check as you climb up this tree. Haul your butt up the tree.
I have
Yes.
climb. Class
Do you have
ability.
climb as an ability? Oh well, that sucks. Give me a climb.
And my secondary ability is or secondary skill is acrobatics. So,
How far up the tree do you want to climb?
So I want to get up high enough so I can hide in the leaves, basically.
Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so this tree, the lowest branch it has that you could probably climb onto is a good 10 feet up. Okay.
Yep.
I'm not gonna have you roll. You got enough stats you can get to the 10 foot up. That's no problem. Now, if you want to roll, try and climb up 50 foot, we probably would roll. That being said, you get probably about 10. You can have your choice. You can get up 10 feet or you can go up 15 feet. That's to find a good spot without me having you roll or do anything lengthy.
I'll go 10 feet.
Okay. You try to get up there on the branches and get in behind some trees. Now, while you're climbing, manager's casting a spell. We're going to go back over to this individual. Now, this individual is approaching you guys quietly. K-Ren.
Allegedly, quietly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
like-
Ray-Ren.
Yeah.
K-Ren. That's because of Pat earlier. Ray-Ren, as you're sneaking up on these guys, you can hear. Wait, what was that? You thought you heard some mumbling going on. Wait, you think someone might be. Give me a wisdom check.
All right. Let's see. That was 19 plus 2. That's 21 prime.
21 prime. Okay. You are sure you thought you heard someone casting a spell. You think maybe up ahead? Oh, wait. Suddenly you can hear something behind you. You listen? Yes. Sounds like someone's coming through the jungle wearing armor. They're pretty loud. Sounds like there's 2 or 3 of them coming up from behind you. What do you want to do?
Oh man. Probably. Am I next to a tree?
Oh, there's trees
Or
everywhere.
am I like out trees everywhere? Okay. If I feel like something in metal armor is coming up behind me, I kind of want to try to climb up a tree, also get out of the way. Maybe they won't. Maybe I'm quick enough and they won't see me. Since I'm not exactly sure what kind of spell you
All right.
casted.
All right. Well, won't you go ahead and give me a roll? Let's do a strength roll. Tonk,
Strength roll?
what's up,
Okay.
buddy? How are you?
So let's see. That's 18 plus 1, 19. So, ooh. Do I want to do non-prime? Yeah, non-prime.
And your level.
Oh, let's see, 19, 22.
It's going good. We've got a new player in the group, and she's learning how to play today. And we're kind of running through a little scenario right now. What was your total? I'm sorry.
22.
22. Okay, so 22 prime since it's an ability. Actually,
Okay.
climbing is not an ability. The strength's not a
No,
prime, so it's a non-prime, right?
yeah, non-prime. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So 22 non-prime. You go to start climbing up this tree. You have no problem climbing up it. I think I can get you up to at least the first 10 or 15 feet like I did with Raymond. And you climb up in this tree and you kind of settle in the brushes. You're trying to hide real quick and look around. And you wait. And you wait. and you wait, and you can hear them coming, but they've not quite reached you yet. Now I'm gonna switch back to the other group for just a second. Raymond, you get up in the tree and you get comfortable. Mandrich, you cast a spell, and that ends and does its thing. What do you like to do now, guys?
When I started hearing the sounds of my spell going off, I turned around to see if I caught something, Do I see her trying to move and climb a tree?
She's, unfortunately, there's a lot of vegetation between you guys. So you're probably not going to see her or anything out there that was coming unless you walk forward.
Okay. I'm going to cast Shield upon myself and walk toward where I heard the sound.
Okay, so you're going to cast Shield on yourself this round, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what are you doing, man?
Yep.
You're up in the tree. Finch, what does Finch do?
I'm gonna make myself comfortable and wait it out.
Comfortable and wait it out. Okay. All right. All right. Now, as you're adjusting yourself in the tree,
We can see what you're doing, right, Chuck?
Yeah. That's because
Okay.
I want you to. You're going to see this right here. This thing comes crawling, running around the side of the building. All right. Looks to be very angry. It's a large-looking ape with 4 arms. It's white. Okay. Now, let me just give you guys some perspective to where you're at on this map, so we can kind of figure that out. Finch, you and him are right here. Right. Where is Mandrich? We'll put you guys right in there. All right. This. Like that right there. You guys are just kind of hiding up in these. You're up in this tree, and then Mandrich is down here next to it. Now, and that's what you see right now is that building, and you can see that thing moving around. It's coming around this left-hand side right here. Okay. You see it. And Mandrich, you don't see it, but you damn well hear it because it is not being quiet. It comes around there growling and carrying on. It's, just like it's pissed off about something. All these creatures are pissed off today in the jungle. You don't know what's going on.
Someone pooped in their cornflakes.
Yeah, that's very possible. Absolutely.
They probably don't like half elves.
They probably don't like what?
Sorry.
Half elves?
Not my problem. That sounds like their problem.
Oh, yeah. For real. All right, let me see here. Anyway, that's a good little spot right there. We'll put that. So you see these guys come around. Raymond, how do you react to this, if at all?
Nope, I'm just gonna keep an eye out to see if it's coming this way or not. I'm in a good spot here.
Okay, that's fair. How about you, Mandrich, when you see this thing coming around, snorting and carrying on like it's,
I'm just not going to really move and just kind of hunker down behind a giant leaf. And keep my eye on it.
Okay. All right. We'll put it right here. And we'll put it in perspective to you guys. It's a pretty good sized beast. It's probably I'd say this thing's probably about 12 feet tall. It's pretty massive. And it's basically just coming around through here, just stomping around and carrying on, throwing pieces of vegetation, rocks, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so what did you say you're going to do when you see this thing coming around?
I'm hiding.
Okay. You want to try just hide in shadows or just hide in general behind the trees or whatever?
But fairly large leaf, whatever.
You don't have any abilities like that, though, right? You're just regularly just hiding, right?
To hide behind a leaf, that takes an ability.
No, I'm asking if you have anything that would enhance it, like you're here.
Oh no, well, I I have spells I could cast, but I'm not going to do it if I don't need to.
No, that's fine. I thought something racial or ability with your class. Okay. Johnny.
Animal empathy. Other than that, race ability, animal empathy. Can I feel what he's pissed about?
No, you have no idea. He's definitely not an animal. He's a monstrous being. Anyway, all right. So He's coming around. He's making less noise. You kind of hide behind a leaf. We'll go back to the other person. This other person that you've cast the spell towards. Now, this other person's up in the tree. Ray, as you're standing there or climbing up the tree and you're listening, you hear this noise. How long does that noise go on for, Pat?
I'm pretty sure it stopped when I cast shield on myself.
Okay. So the sound started to fade away. It seems like they must have been moving in a different direction. You're not sure.
Okay.
Now what?
I'm safe for now.
That's when you hear this loud howling coming from the direction you're heading. Something savage out there. You're just like, what in the world? But from where you're up in the trees, you can't really make out where it's at. You'd have to get down and get closer. You know. Animal handling. Yeah, I know. As threatening as an angry wife. Dan, you're not wrong.
Chuck, if I use one of my boons on this introductory combat, will I lose it when we go
won't
back
use it.
to our actual?
No, we just won't use them in this one. Don't worry about it.
Well, I want to use it because it could come in handy.
I don't want you to waste it, though. Wu-Tang Piglet. All right. If the four-armed murder machine makes eye contact with any of you, just calmly raise your hand and point to the one of your companions, then run.
Oh!
That's pretty funny. All right, so what do you do there, Ray Ren? You're up in the trees. You hear this thing, but you don't see it. It's not getting any closer or anything. But there is something else.
Okay.
But it's not as fearsome as the thing you ran from earlier, right?
Yeah. So question.
Mm-hmm.
Is this thing just so loud that I can't hear the other two that I was originally trying to sneak up on?
Well,
I can't like hear where they are.
You don't hear any noise. We'll put it that way.
Okay.
It's not necessarily the fact that you can't as much as that you don't hear anything.
Okay.
I mean, you can't miss Mandrich. He's beautiful to the eye.
Oh, definitely a white hair stud for sure.
Oh my God! Please don't encourage it, please.
And how close did you say that he was to me, or not? He said he wasn't far off.
You estimate those guys are probably from where you're at now. They're probably not far. I'd say 50 feet. Pretty close.
50 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Using my den as a gauge. So yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely gonna climb down the tree and definitely try to move a little bit further away from that raging noise that's going on that I can't really tell where it's at.
Not a problem.
But I want to move at least a little bit. I want to move further away just so not to be close to it since I don't know what it is.
Okay. We'll put it down in the corner just so we don't forget what it looks like. All right. So that being said, did you say, I misunderstood that. Did you say you were climbing down or not?
Yes.
Okay. So when you climb down, you're going to try to head toward them, right? Are you still trying to be sneakily about it?
Yeah. I mean, if I can be sneaky about it, maybe the growling thing, whatever it may be, won't hear me.
Now, in my game, this is how you do checks. As far as stuff goes with like moving silently, hiding in shadows. Mm-hmm. So I don't like you to keep rolling over and over unless there's a reason. So typically when someone's like, say someone's in a dungeon, and they're going to hide move silently, right?
Okay.
They make their rolls, and we keep those numbers until something happens, and then I have them reroll. Okay. In this case, you did stop hiding and moving silently, and you climbed a tree. So I will have you reroll a new roll for me. All right.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
I hope I'm being explaining well enough.
Yeah, you're explaining very well. Okay,
right.
So that's 6. 1, 2, 3.
It's more important to me that you learn now so that I can tell you a good story later.
Okay, which one did you say this was for? Was this dexterity?
This is for you moving silently. What do you have down?
Okay, yeah, dexterity.
Okay.
So 6, 7, 9.
Yes, learn the character sheet. Learn it.
12 non-prime.
And that's total. That's with your third level and your bonus.
That's third level, the mod, and the +2 for moving silently.
So you rolled what? What'd you roll?
I rolled a 6.
Okay. All right, no problem. All right, Chuck's explaining. That's right, Willie the rat. See. All right, so you start creeping along as quietly as you can, and you come around a tree, and you can see this opening. Right, it's like a clearing, and there's this big stone-looking building out in front of you, or beyond the jungle. There's a clearing around it, and you can see through the trees this building. And this thing comes stomping around like it's angry, big old ape-looking thing, like I showed in the picture there. And it's just, and it just seems very, very, very upset. Now, you do notice as it's turning and you're kind of moving along and watching it, you notice it's got what appears to be a spear sticking out of its hind end. All right?
Oh.
As if something has stabbed it with a spear or something. And it's trying to get to
That's
it.
why he's a little angry.
Yeah, because, he's got 4 arms, and they're pretty good-sized long arms. But, man, he's having a hard time reaching because the spear is broken off. Right? And he can't seem to get... And he's just very upset. And as you kind of focus on him and you focus back to the building, up ahead you see a guy. Well, I shouldn't say a guy. Describe yourself, Mandrich, would you please?
To what? To her?
Yeah, this is you see this person right here creeping through the forest, and she just when you see her, you're trying to hide behind the leaves, and you can hear her coming. You're like, what in the world? So you try to bend down, but she's not looking at you. She's looking at this big ape thing, and then she kind of switches and sees you, and her eyes get big as saucers,
She sees what appears to be a child in the woods, except that upon closer inspection, she can tell that it's a full-grown man, yet he's not taller than 3 feet high. But such comeliness and gorgeous locks of flowing hair and such masculinity to him. She just knows that this is heaven on earth standing before her in flesh manifest. Is that good enough, Chuck?
Oh, that was fantastic.
Top tier explanation for sure.
Yes.
And even though he sees her and is surprised, he still has a charming little glint in his eye and a little cocky smile toward her, like, here's my newest tool. Come to assist me.
So this is what you take
to her
in.
to come hide behind the leaf.
What do you say to him? You're about 15 foot away when you notice him. Seems to be by himself.
Like how did you get here? Where did you come from?
I don't think that's hardly an apt question right now when we have a rampaging beast trying to find us. We should be more worried about how the hell do we get out of here alive.
They can't hear me, but this is the part where I get to relax now and watch.
Well,
I want to get here in half an hour.
Help, but
let them role play.
Excuse my questions. I got separated from my group, my hunting group, and I wasn't expecting to see anybody for who knows how long. I've been lost for who knows how long.
Great, so you're a hunter. You know how to hunt this thing then, right? What can you tell me about it so we can maybe take it down or find a way to escape from it?
Jungle Breeze
throw my friend at it, but he went up a tree. Big brave
awesome.
elf guy or whatever the hell he is.
Well, I know just as much about it as you do.
I don't know shit about it.
Exactly.
Great.
Just as much as you do.
Do you want to be the main course or the dessert?
Oh, you still hear me on the chat.
You look a little bit more sweet, so you may be the dessert. You could be the cherry on top.
And also for you guys that are watching us on other platforms, you can come on over here if you want to get on the raffle. We're doing a raffle, exclamation point. Follow us, exclamation point raffle. We'll get you in.
Talking to Cat. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he likes to tell him how he's getting ready to kill us.
Now they're talking shit to me.
Oh,
they figured it out now.
So we get to watch him talk.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so tedious.
I can probably cause a distraction. If you know how to actually use that bow, do you think you could shoot it in the eye or something if we need to? Or
well, I did notice that he seemed to have a wound sticking out of his back that's probably causing his agitation and anger. So if we could possibly maybe get that out of his, help him and fix him.
Ray,
I'm sorry. Have
Yeah.
you seen how tall I am?
hold on just a second. Ray, roll me a raw 20, just a d20.
A D20?
Mm-hmm.
Or okay, I got an 8.
Okay, that's good enough. So while you're sitting there talking to him and he's getting ready to say what he's getting ready to say, hold that thought, man. You realize that you and him are not alone. You kind of look up and you see something up in the trees looking back down at you. Remy, would you describe yourself to her for me, please?
I am a jungle elf. I am wearing like believe it was a leather armor and a leather coif.
Okay.
And I have face paint all over my face.
You know, you notice that she does too. And you think she's a jungle elf. There's something odd about her. You can't quite make out, but she definitely appears to be a jungle elf. Now, I will seep back in the mist and let you continue, Mandrich, as all this recollection's going on between their two eyesights. Go ahead.
Have you seen how tall I am? Do I look like the type of person to walk up to a 12-foot angry four-armed monkey and say, "Hi, we're here to help. Please don't eat us"?
Well, maybe we could use you as the distraction, and maybe me being taller than you, I could possibly, jump on its hind legs. But I could have sworn I saw 2 of y'all when I came upon the ruins. Where's your friend?
I already told you my brave comrade climbed up the tree as soon as he heard noise.
Then why doesn't he come down and help us?
Because he's a brave comrade.
Brave, okay. Maybe.
And you just got to hear out of the tree, like, I am good at hiding. Nothing.
I mean, I'm not hearing anything intelligent coming out of this monkey's mouth, which leads me to believe he's more of a wild beast. Anything coming up to him while he's hurt, he's going to conceive as a threat. I'm undeniably, I understand you would like to help it, and I see you kind of resemble somebody of the clerical arts, but this thing's going to destroy us. He's going to see us as a threat. He's got 4 arms. He weighs 8,000 pounds. We need to take it down or make it run away. Those are our 2 options. Trust me, I have a strong wisdom.
I mean, yeah, I could definitely see your points.
And meanwhile, it's getting closer.
Maybe we could probably help it put it out of its misery then.
That might be best. And maybe we should lower our voice because he's getting closer. Like he's trying to pinpoint us.
Okay.
So you can see him moving around. One thing you have noticed about him, he does not seem to try to go up the stairs. He leaves this big building alone. He goes around the bottom of it. And another thing you notice interesting about this place is this area here is, this clearing looks like it's manicured, like someone is actually actively taking care of it. There's not a lot of sticks or brush. There are rocks, which it's been picking up and throwing around angrily, but pretty neat. Very, very, very clean. And he still hasn't noticed you guys. Anyway.
He doesn't seem to like that building very much. Maybe we could actually run into it for cover. If we could distract it somehow to make it run the opposite direction.
Well, what do you suggest?
Finch!
I'm just going to be like, if he's avoiding it, why would we get in? That probably means there's something else in there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you could come down here so we don't have to yell at you to talk, maybe we could devise a plan.
And I'm just going to tell him, I thought you had good hearing.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
I'm certain that Mandrich would feel that way.
Why do I always have to get us out of trouble?
Well, I mean, you came up with the plan, so.
Finch, you've got longer legs than me. You can run faster. Do you think you can get around to the other side of this clearing and draw him toward you? And then when he turns around and starts heading that way, I can throw darkness over him. And then we can all run toward the building. We'll at least be somewhere where he doesn't want to be.
I could try.
That would be great. Because our only other hope is to do the rope trick thing. But if he doesn't leave, we could die up there.
But I am probably gonna. No, yeah, well, I might piss him off.
Well, yes, piss him off. Make him run toward you. And then I'll surround him in darkness.
Bubonic,
and
I
you
had a
can run
group
away safely.
one time do that. A guy cast
All
a
right.
scroll, fired off a
Let's
scroll,
give it a go, I
and he
guess.
wasn't a spellcaster, so
could
he
go
didn't
wrong?
understand how it worked.
Oh,
And he-
pretty much
he
everything
set
at
to go
this
off in
point.
front of him, and it blew up everybody in the room, including him. Killed 3 of them.
All right, so are we going on a count, or we just
Yeah, how y'all
a
doing this?
signal?
Yes,
I am going
Yes, let's
to
go
move.
on. Let's go on the count of 3. 1, 2,
I'm basically gonna get to one of the corners of the building, and I'm going to use my blow dart.
Okay, so you're
Okay,
going to try
which-
to move up to the corner. Are you talking about you're going to try to move up to kind of like a right?
Hang on, Chuck. I got to get spell
That's fine.
distances to
him.
make sure I can keep him covered. Yeah.
You're talking about
Chuck,
coming
can
up.
you push the map out?
Oh, I am so sorry. Here we go. I thought I did that. My apologies.
Thank you.
So something like there, probably. Right.
I can't see anything on my end. It's
Hold on.
all
I got you.
it's all shadows.
There you go.
Yes,
Better?
I can see. Yeah, I'm basically going over there, and I'm gonna get his attention, and I'm going to get him, trying to get him like this way, so I can then climb up.
Oh, you're going to try to get him to move past you and go back down that way over there. Is that what you're saying? You want,
Well-
you want him to go, or you want him to kind of move over into here, and then you climb up on the corner, or you want to just come over here yourself and try to climb
So-
over here?
Yeah, so I'm going over here first on the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to use my blow dart on him,
Mm-hmm.
so I can get his attention. And then
I
I
see.
am going to run up there, and then Mendritz is going to cast darkness on him,
Interesting.
so he is
Okay.
blinded.
Okay. What is I heard you mention Mandritz's action. Does that sound about right? And Mandritz, right? And then Ren, what are you doing? Oh,
Yeah,
Red.
but I needed to make sure how far I could actually cast darkness, and or if I could actually cast it on the monkey itself.
Oh, that's
but
fair.
I-
That's a fair
it-
question.
It's
I've had
it's
I've
an
had
area
people,
of effect.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You continue.
It's a 20-foot radius sphere, but it doesn't say whether or not I can actually
Okay.
cast it on the creature or if I just have to cast it around it.
All right,
You
let's
probably
let's
have to
a
cast
look.
it around it or in front of it.
Let's have a look real quick here. There's a spell from the book. So first off, range is 50 feet, so you can choose a point between you and 50 foot to where it goes off, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, basically, wherever Finch pulls him toward Finch, before it starts getting close to Finch, I'm going to drop it over it so it can't
Okay.
keep running, and Finch can run safely without being seen.
So I'm a little old school in this. I'm real big about verbiage in games, right? Game rules. So the
Mhm.
words in here it says is this spell causes an object or surface to radiate darkness. It doesn't say creature, right? But I will absolutely allow you to cast it on a creature if you want. Sure, why
Well-
not? I think that's fun.
But going by your verbiage, you said he has a spear sticking out of his back.
Yeah, he has a broken.
I
spear.
can cast it on the spear,
You can.
and it would move with him.
That's
right?
Yeah, 20 foot out,
Okay,
like a
that's-
bubble. Right, like a bubble. Right.
Yep, great. That's what I want to do. So
All right.
wherever he runs, he's not going to be able to see where the hell he's running. He's not going to see us running to the building.
I got you. Now, and you're going to time this for once he hits it with the blowgun, right? So you're going to do like a triggered kind of thing.
Yeah. As soon as he turns around away from me and the strange elf lady and starts running toward Finch,
Playing is a strong word.
I don't even know your name yet.
Fair.
You just popped up out of the trees and started asking me questions. You know,
We escaped the monkey man. The monkey
I'm in
dude.
I'm in survival mode here. Okay. As soon as the monkey starts running toward Finch, I'm going to cast darkness on the sphere.
Okay.
And as soon as Finch sees the darkness go up, we're all going to run to the building.
All right. Now, and we're doing this the slow way, Courtney. I'm going to show you how we normally do it in combat in a minute. Now,
Okay.
and Courtney, what are you going to do?
I am going to be going with Mandrake. We're going to be running towards the temple together.
Why can nobody get my name right the first time?
All right. So we're going to stop the encounter for just a second. And Courtney, I'm going to push this out to you, but there's also a copy of this in the folder. This is the Castles and Crusades combat note sheet that I made for my groups. I use it for my games. It's just a little sheet to help you understand things that you can pull from for combat. Kind of puts it all in one spot there. But on the left-hand side, you can watch the stream if you want for this. Wow, what is going on? Hold on. Okay. That's interesting. My mic just... I'm going to have to see what's going on. My mic's broke. Maybe.
We can still hear you.
It's probably your microphone arm.
Actually, there we go. Is that better? Everything working? Yeah. Wow. I just had to look over and it went boom. I use an actual mic stand for mine, an actual real mic stand, but somehow it came loose. I'll have to see what's going on. My granddaughter might have been in here messing around. I don't know. All right. Anyway, so there's a combat sequence. All right. And for CNC, this is how I run combat. All right. If there's going to be some sort of surprise going on or some sort of sneak attacks or something, we do that. Get that out of the way first, right before the round's over with. Then we go to what is call outs. And what that is whenever it's your turn in my game to play, all right, I'm going to go to everybody on the list. I'm typically going to go and just go from left to right in Fantasy Grounds or on the screen or whatever. I'm going to call out to you. And I'll say this. I'll say, Mandrich, what are you doing? Mandrich is going to give me one of 4 answers.
Casting magic.
Yeah, because if you'll notice down there, you have cast a spell, attack range, attack melee, right? And then then there's non-combat actions, right? So there's really just 4.
Yeah.
If you do a combat maneuver, okay, then you will just include that. You'll just say, I'm going to do a attack with a combat maneuver, or I'm going to do a melee attack with a combat maneuver. Combat maneuver is on the right-hand side. This is stuff you don't have to expect you to know now. It's just stuff you can look over later, okay? That's only the 4 actions I'm looking for. That makes combat go a lot faster. I don't have to keep asking all this stuff. We went through detail because I kind of wanted to know, but now I want to show you how we do it here. So Mandrus is going to cast a spell. What are you doing, Finch?
That would be non-combat.
So he's going to do a non-combat action.
No, that would be a non-combat. I need first need to get in position.
Yeah, he's moving first.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah.
Yep. And then that would leave you, Raymond.
Would it be like considered a non-combat if we're basically going to be running?
Absolutely.
We're trying to run.
That's just movement.
Okay,
yep.
awesome.
Yep.
All right.
So you're going to be moving this round now. Mandrich, technically, what he should have done, and this, I'm not busting your balls on this or anything. He would have said, "I'm going to ready an attack," which means he can ready an action because his is going to be a trigger. He's not casting his spell until Rim does his whole blow.
I thought you said we were actually doing the combat right now. That's why I said cast a spell. But fine. Yes, I would be getting in position.
I just about screwed that up. I just about said something bad on stream. Anyway, blowgun. Anyway, moving along. That was close. All right, so typically I'm going to ask, and they would just answer with the replies, and then we would go into initiative. Now, initiative is going to be a D12 on my table because the D12 doesn't get any love. And we take turns. We do a group initiative. So this time it will be Mandrich. He'll be up first since he's at the top of the camera, right? Okay. All right, so Mandrich, go ahead and give me a D12 roll. You don't add anything to it. It's just a raw roll.
No, I had to find my dice. 9.
I was explaining for her. So you rolled a 9. All right, you guys will get initiative on me and my great white ape from Barzoom. And we're going to start this off with Raymond first. His character, Finch. Finch is going to... You said this round you're going to be moving, right, Finch?
Yep.
All right, so this round, Raymond and Mandrich are basically just in a holding pattern, correct? You guys are down behind the trees and the bushes waiting. Raymond, you're going to try to move. Go ahead and move your character, Raymond, over to where you want to be positioned at. In CNC, just so you understand how movement works, Raymond, during combat, okay, If all you're
Mhm.
doing is moving, you can move up to 4 times your movement rate. So you can walk,
Okay.
you can jog, and you can run. So typically, most movement rates, unless you're an inferior dwarf, is 30 feet, right? So it would
Mhm.
be 30, and then of course 60, and then 120. That's kind of how it works, right?
Yeah.
So it's basically like the range was. It's doubles. So
Mhm.
he's just moving over. So he's got 120 foot. I'll let him move. He can move as slowly as he wants. He's sneaking around, that kind of thing. He's gonna move over to there, right? All right, and that's turned on, isn't it? Let me fix that. Now you should be able to move yourself. My apologies on that.
All right.
All right, so he's going to go ahead and move himself over there. And as he creeps through there, are you trying to hide or move through these as you're doing this? Or are you just moving on over?
I am going to be as quiet as possible. Like, I don't want him to notice.
But you're not
me
using the
before I
abilities,
get in
right?
position.
You're not using the abilities, are you?
No, not specifically. No.
Okay, so roll me a d20.
Well, I rolled a 3 on there, so that's
Rolled a
not gonna
3.
do much.
Okay, so, in life, sometimes shit happens. Sometimes things don't go as planned. Here's what happens. You get right about, you come out, you're sneaking through these trees, and you get right on the other side of that big log, and you're right about there. This thing here is just running around doing its whole show. And it stops, turns, and as you're moving, you see it looking not at you, but in your direction. You try to slow down, try to blend in as best you can. And then it lets out this huge roar and just starts coming at you, just moving its ass right at you. And it's coming for you. All right. Now, unfortunately, you've moved quite a bit this round, so you probably can't take any other actions. So I will allow you to do one of two things. You can either just stand here, or you can try to run to the corner. Either one's not a bad choice. I just need to know what you want to do when it starts running towards you. Or you can run back. It's your choice.
Nope, I'm gonna run to the corner.
Okay, Mandrich, you're standing there. You've got your hands out. You're ready to cast your spell. You're waiting for him to get over there. You see this thing get all aggravated and charge. Do you want to still wait until he gets his blowgun out and shoots it, or do you want to go ahead and take your attack now?
Nope. As soon as I see him roar and charge, I know he's heading toward Finch.
Right.
So I'm gonna let out the old Mandrich sighs. Oh, Jesus Christ, amateurs! I'm gonna get out to where I get a clean sight of the monkeys, and I'm gonna cast that spell on that stick.
Okay. I forgot about the darkness spell. Right. All right, so you're gonna look at that stick. You've been watching that hind end for a while, watching that spear, and you let it go. And of course, he starts summoning these. He starts casting spell, and the whole area just starts to darken for a minute, and then suddenly it kind of condenses down, and you will see what appears to be a
Giant black ball of darkness.
giant black ball of darkness kind of appeared just around him. You said, what did we say? 20-foot radius, right?
20 foot. Yep.
So,
And I'm gonna yell,
right
"Run,
about
Finch!"
there. All right, so this thing, let's just see how it reacts to the darkness, because it's pretty upset about things. You know what? It doesn't even notice the darkness. It's so pissed off over this spear in its ass, and now somebody over here is going to pay the price. And he starts running towards you, and you're trying to haul ass toward the building, and suddenly it's just like the lights go out on the ape, and the ape kind of course, you guys can't really see what the ape's doing now, right? He's just kind of disappeared in the darkness. Yep. But you can sure see where the darkness is at, and the darkness seems to be doing this kind of thing. Just going around in a circle, right? He's like, what the hell's going on? And meanwhile, while it's doing that, you continue to run over here to the edge of the building. Now, so Finch will make it to the edge of the building. Absolutely. Finch, you make it to the edge of the building. This thing here is screaming, carrying on. Sounds like it actually tripped into that big log and fell over. And it is pissed off. How long does your spell last for, Mandrich?
10 minutes per level.
Whoa. So we're talking 30 minutes on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So while it's doing its little circus thing, next round, we're going to go around. What are you going to do, Rayron?
I am definitely going to do movement.
Okay.
And
So
I am
non-combat for
going
you?
to. Yeah,
You don't even have to tell me what you're doing. Just non-combat. That's all I need to know.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
non-combat.
Finch, what are you
And,
doing?
and gushing in admiration is a free action, so you don't have to
Oh,
proclaim that either.
God. Jesus. This guy.
Maybe I'll give you some praise. Maybe I'll give you some praise if we.
Pika. Wu-Tang. Okay. King of Swingers Grove, the jungle be out. Yeah, no kidding.
Oh,
All right. So anyway, chat. I swear, so distracted. All right, so he's moving in circles. He's falling over his log. You can tell, but you just hear all this screaming going on. She's gonna haul ass. I guess you're just gonna move this round. What are you doing, Mandrich? Now that your spells went off.
We're just going to keep moving.
All right,
You said we were heading for the building. I'm heading for the building.
all right, go ahead and put yourself where you want to go because you're definitely going to make it over there this round. All right, so go ahead and move yourself as well, Ray Ren. Now you see them running past this thing. He's kind of out of combat, sort of, because he can't see you. He doesn't know where you're at, and he's enraged over the pain. He's not thought to try to, if he wasn't hurting, and wasn't upset, he might be smart enough to figure, hey, I got to find this guy. But right now, he's just pissed off the world. He is wanting to beat some ass, and he can't. He can't see. Someone has ruined his day. What are you going to do, Jungle Elf?
I am going to climb up on the side,
Okay.
and then I'm going to make it to the stairs.
Give me a strength check.
You mean a climb check?
Oh, damn it. You got climb. Yeah, give me a climb check.
So
I knew there was a reason why I
did
could never
not-
get you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was not able to load into the fantasy grounds map. We did not
Oh.
to tell me how to do that.
Did you join? You didn't join, did you? We never even got our own fantasy grounds. I am very upset about it.
For some strange reason, her character token shows up on my list. So I've got her actually in the group.
Yeah.
In Fantasy Grounds, but
I put her in. Will you
let me see
explain
if
to her,
I can move her.
explain to how to put her into the. I meant to tell her how to do that earlier. I forgot. So if you
Oh,
got it
I
on,
can move her.
have you got it on?
I can move her.
Courtney.
Oh yeah, I have fantasy grounds pulled up.
Okay, explain to her how to join, Pat. Would you? She needs to learn. While Finch rolls his
I
roll.
don't know.
Anytime
Is-
you've had problems with it, I know you know.
Where is she in Fantasy Grounds? Has she actually opened it? Has she
I don't know.
done the upgrades, joined the campaign? How far into Fantasy Ground did she
I
get?
think I need to join the campaign. That's
Okay.
I think that's
When
where I'm
you
at right
first
now.
open Fantasy Ground, there's a box on the left side that says check for updates. Always do
Yes.
that first,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
it'll update almost every time you could close it and reopen it, and it'll find a new update. So once it's done with that, and you
Okay.
get all the updates,
Mhm.
then you'll click on the join campaign button,
Now,
Okay.
look,
and you
I'm
and
gonna,
you should see
I'm gonna drop some information in the Discord chat for you, so you know how to get.
okay, and you should see a thing that says Jungles of Inklu-Naid, Chuck Babunski or whatever.
Yeah,
She may not see
Yeah.
that. She'll probably have to look for it.
You,
Well, if,
yeah,
if
you might
she's-
have to.
what- it's once it gets done with the upgrades, she's going to have to join press the join campaign button.
And I put
And
the
when she
password.
does-
I put the password in the Discord too.
So you click on the Babunski one, and it'll ask you
Jungle Book
should
for the
ask you
win.
for a password, and then you type in the password, which is what was it, the dark hole or something like that.
I've got it down there. It's down there. I'll put it in chat in Discord chat. Oh wait, that's our private chat. Check your private DMs.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, my fault. Oh,
I think it's
wrong.
just the whole exclamation point. So
Okay, so I see it. So I'm clicking on it. Oh, there we go. It wasn't pulling up the last time.
Did that work? As far as you can tell.
No, it didn't. The password didn't let me get into it.
That's all right. We'll worry about it later. You don't. It doesn't matter. Just watch the stream.
Yeah.
We're almost.
I can
there.
move her around. So
Yeah, not a big deal. We'll worry about it after the stream. All right, so you guys are going to run over the stairs. What did you say you were going to do? Oh, you're going to roll me a check, aren't you, for climbing? Give me a climbing check.
Yes, I am.
Because I'll explain to you why this is why I'm having you roll a climbing check. The side of this building, even though it's stone and it goes up, it's got a very ornate looking embossing on it and carving. It looks like it's got a bunch of weird looking designs on it. So there's some great handholds, but some of it is literally very slick and juts out over the places where you got to grab a hold. So it's kind of complicated. So you're really going to have to use your climbing skill to get up this thing.
All right.
What'd you get?
There
Kind of
would
like the
be
bedroom walls when you were a teenager.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Sort of. Yeah.
18 prime.
18 prime's good enough. You will make it up to the very first level right here. All right. What do you guys want to do now that you've reached the stairs? We're technically out of combat because this thing now that he has got up, he is just stumbling all over the place, running into trees. He's screaming, carrying on, that kind of stuff. He can't seem to maintain, someone entered. Someone has joined the table.
See what?
Coco admitted on. Excellent. Anyways, so he's just running around, running into stuff, trees, rocks, whatever. You guys are just kind of standing there watching this. Up ahead at the top of the stairs, you're all going to hear the sound, what sounds like the sound of rock moving, right? And you'll see what appears to be 2 stone doors that open up, right? And in those,
I am not going in there.
And floating in the middle of the doorway that is open, you all three can see what appears to be a glow appear. And the glow says, "The end." As we come to the end of this training session for young Courtney here. All right, good session.
Yay!
Good session. We had fun. We all wanted to keep going. We love it, right? Next week will be a full adventure for you, Courtney. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Awesome.
But it's getting late. And I
All
want
I
to
know is
carve it off.
my next spell was going to be the rope trick.
Oh, yes, the rope trick. Yeah, that's a good one. Unfortunately.
I mean, at the end there, when the doors opened and he was like, "I'm not going in there," I would have said, "I'm gonna pull him in there." I'm gonna be like, "You wanted to go in here, but you're going in here."
I did not say we were going in. I said we were going to. The monkey didn't want to go anywhere near the building, so that's.
I think you guys did a great job, and I think Courtney learned a lot. See, Courtney, how it works? It's pretty easy, pretty basic.
Oh yeah.
I did
yeah.
make you work a little harder because I wanted you to learn, learn like they do.
Oh no, I appreciate it.
So
And if
typically,
she comes back next week, we'll be impressed.
yeah, no kidding. These two usually run them off. But,
I will most definitely be back next week. You're gonna have to see my face again. Sorry.
so what we typically do in streams, we'll wind down at the end of the stream, and what we do is we take about 15 minutes to talk about the session, any questions you have, talk with the viewers, see what they think about it. And while we're doing that, I like to remind everybody I'm getting ready to close out the raffle. So if you've not entered the raffle, please do so. It's give us a follow, exclamation point raffle. And for you guys again that are on the other platforms that we have, let's see here. You want to come over here? There's the link, and that's not what I meant to put in there because that's the wrong one. I should have realized that was the wrong one. Here he is. I'll put it in here.
Wait, Chuck put in the wrong link?
There we go.
That's not.
Well, I wished it was automated, but this stuff changes every week, so there's no point in automation. So anyway, so there's a link. You guys can come over, and that's not the link either. Jesus. Where is the link I was posting all morning? There it is. All right. That's not it. I give up. Here it is. There's the great link.
There
right
it is. That's not
you
it.
guys can
Here
go.
it is.
I've
That's
got
not
it now, Pat.
Here it is. No, that's not it.
I know
No,
it's over.
this one is it. No, that's not it either.
All right, don't be putting those wrong buttons on there, Courtney.
Hey, they're there for me to use. I'm gonna use
I will
them.
probably put those something like that on here too when I get the emotes update, which I'm working on. I don't use a stream
I
deck.
know, I know Jay would be proud.
Well, my worst problem is I need to get my stream deck hooked up. I don't have it hooked up. I haven't hooked it up since we moved, and I haven't used it. So I stopped streaming
3 years ago.
Yeah, I stopped moving. I stopped streaming full time when I came to work for the company, as far as using all my equipment. Right, so it's been 5-6 years since I used a stream deck. So
Wow.
I'm sure I've got to redo all that and set it back up. But anyways, we've got a giveaway going on. If you want to join, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and run the entries out. So, what did you think about it, Ray Wren?
It was awesome. I'm excited. It's definitely got its similarities to 1E Dungeons and Dragons, but of course it's got its differences, which also makes it very interesting. So it's a lot of fun. I can't wait to pick up on things quicker and learn more about Castles and Crusades. I'm excited.
tell us a little bit about your stream, because you and Raymond both are variety streamers. Tell me about your stream. And there's a link you guys can go check her out right there.
Yeah, so I'm Coco Bunny 94. I'm a variety streamer. I will play basically anything from Fortnite. I'll play a lot of Nintendo games like Animal Crossing, and gonna start getting into more like Mario type games as well. I will play any type of first-person shooter games. I'm all over the place. It's whatever interests me. I will definitely play it. And I have some stuff like planned out for my stream, like Lego streams. Gonna do some of those. But yeah, I think I have a 1-year affiliate coming up, I think in the next couple of months. So I'm thinking about probably doing maybe a 12-hour stream for that. Not 100% sure yet. So I'll have to air out some more details, but that is what is in the works right now.
That's cool. That's cool. Raymond, I know you started streaming again. I keep seeing you on Twitch all the time. There's Raymond's place. Last thing you were streaming was Zelda. Yeah.
It's been a while, but I've been sick, so I stopped that for a bit. But I was busy with randomizers.
Oh, really?
But I'm going to get back into speedrunning.
Oh, nice. I've got a good buddy that does speed runs. He streams. I've known him for years. I've met him back when I used to stream, and he does. What games did he plays? There's a game he's all into it. I can't remember. It's an older Nintendo game, but I can't remember what it is. Kenny would kill me right now if he was on the listening. Anyway.
Yeah, if you ever see me running, you need to get ahead of me.
Pat doesn't have. Pat, you have a link to put your link in there for your website. Pat's an artist. Tell us about yourself a little bit, Pat.
I don't have a website. Just Twitch
You've
and
got something.
Twitch and Instagram is underscore Pat Draws.
Okay, so underscore Pat Draws. There you go. And he's an awesome artist. He doesn't like to talk about it, but he is. In fact, believe it or not, I know you guys are gonna. This is gonna be a shocker to you guys, but while we were playing the game, right? In fact, let me bring up. Let me put us back over to here so we can see everybody a little better. I'm going to drag this picture straight into Streamlabs, but this is Courtney. This is what he really thought you should go with for a character portrait, and it's some of his own artwork. So just so you guys know.
She saw it. I put it in the Discord chat.
Oh, did you? I didn't know you put it in the Discord chat. But
Yeah.
I'm going to show everybody else here. Pat is an awesome illustrator. I love his work. The Barbie Ghoul, which is really good. And this is quite fitting because we've got a new person, I think, that may be joining us next week. I hope she is. I think she, I'll see if she can hop in, but she's also known as the Barbie the Barbarian, so it should be pretty funny. But I like that. That's a really neat looking
the Barbie
ghoul
Barbarian?
there.
And Pat also
Taylor's joining?
She might
Pat
be.
also did
She
a
might
lot
be.
of drawing from when we played with Wyvern.
That's right. He used
With
to
the
do
False
some stuff
Dragon
for us. Yeah.
Oh.
That's right. So he's quite talented. I'm trying to get him to do some more artwork. I'm gonna set us up. I think I'm gonna set us up a channel on there in Discord where everybody can go look at the different art pieces he does because I love his art. I think he should do it. So we're gonna do it.
Are you talking about the Barbie Barbarian?
You know who I'm talking about. You're exactly right.
Okay, it is her. Hang on, I'm gonna see if I can find the picture I did of her in Hero
Lord have
Forge.
mercy. Well, so what did you think about the adventure, Courtney? Do you like it all right? Well, you said you
It
liked
was
it okay.
good.
Let me ask you, Finch,
Yeah.
what did you think? Raymond, did you think she did all right?
Yeah.
No,
Really well
please
for a
be
first,
100% brutal if you have to.
no, very good for a first session.
I thought it was too.
Awesome.
Yeah, you guys did great. Everybody meshed real well. It's gonna be fun. Lots of fun for us.
You
I
forgot
put
one
the link
thing,
in
Chuck.
chat.
What did I
I
forget?
put the link in chat, Chuck.
Unfortunately,
Getting,
it's chat. It's blocked. You have to send it to me on Discord. But I'll get it.
Getting people to get used to the idea of dying.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing because it will happen. Sadly.
I mean, chat gets blocked. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, you can see it, but no one else can.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I cannot
Yeah.
see it.
It's a
Oh.
protection because we have people coming here and try to.
All right,
troll us
hang
with
on.
crap.
Hang on. Let me
Kids.
put it in.
And we do have kids that watch, so or young adults. Yeah, you like that, Garner? How I took her halfway to her health? That gives the whole feeling of, oh shit, I'm gonna die. It's very important. There's no reason to feel like you're gonna survive because you probably won't. But finish what you were saying.
You
Raymond.
you should be able to pull it up from chat now. The Discord chat.
Oh, you put it in the group. Got you. I was looking privately.
Yeah, you did. No, like when Wyvern and me and all played for the first time, you were like, "Yeah, you all gonna die," and then was like, at the end, we you treated it as a dream, so that gave a really good indication of don't get too attached to your characters.
That is true. Here's the link for what he did for the barbarian one right there. You guys can check it out. It's pretty neat. Yeah, it's an RPG, Bishop. Good to have you, buddy. We're streaming. We just started streaming on 3 different platforms from Twitch now, so it's a little new for us. But that's what we've been doing. We've been doing a role-playing game. Thank you so much, Troy. I appreciate the biddies.
That's hilarious.
We're going to start doing channel points in March. I hope to have it all set up by then to do it, and we'll have some fun stuff going on over here for everybody. Should be good.
Troy is not invited.
Troy's not invited. Yeah, he'll come wreck some stuff on you. He's a good man.
Yes, he will. Oh.
All right, I'm going to switch over, and we're going to do the giveaways. Then we're going to cut out of here and let everybody do the thing. We got a rating of Phantom New Jay. He's doing the Feast of Fiends, St. Jude's charity drive with Lorga Samba, and we'll be over to go rating him in just a minute. I forget what he's running today. The name of his adventure. Go ahead.
I'm not sure if you went over it, but the coins.
Oh yeah, I hadn't talked about that yet. I wasn't going to overwhelm her.
Okay.
We'll
do that next week then.
Yeah, we'll do it next weekend. We'll talk about the coins and all that.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So let me get over here to this one, and let me get over here, and we're going to do the giveaways in just a second. Rob's doing, before we get to the raid, he is doing what looks like to be Darkness Falls on Deadly Shores. Ooh, that sounds really good. And knowing Rob, he's probably running Castles and Crusades, would be my guess. But anyways, let me get back over and get the giveaways done. So we're going to give away some $10 giveaways today. Let's go ahead and get these done real fast and see who can win. First winner for $10 will be Willie the Rat. Willie. Really, you know the thing. There's links in chat. Go to our Discord. Hit Obsidian Risk. He was in chat earlier. He'll get you a code. Next winner is going to be Eye of the Night. There you go. Congrats, both of y'all. We're going to do one more today because we've got Rayron in here, so we might as well do another one. Why not? New player. Here we go. And the last but not least is Lasudius. Excellent. You guys go to Obsidian Risk on our Discord and get your goodies. That's fantastic. It makes me very happy to see that. I'm going to hop back over here and we'll get the raid started up. Let me see here. Let's go down. Let's go on. Where is he at? There he is. Rob's a great guy, good friend, and a fantastic castle keeper. He is top notch. If you guys go over here and you've never watched him before, give him a follow. He doesn't stream a ton. He's trying to stream more, but he is a fantastic GM, and he is a good ambassador to gaming in general. Anyways, we're going to rate out to him. If you guys love this and you enjoyed CNC and your first time, you can come back tomorrow. Ship of Fools / Jingo will be running another game tomorrow for us over here at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Here is the Twitch schedule if you want to have a look at it. We also have live readings of our fiction and our setting The World of Air on Monday nights. Grace Karras comes in and reads. She's our social media manager. That's always a good time. We try to have stuff all through the week. The CEO gets on Tuesday nights and he does an AMA. You can come in and ask him all kinds of bullshit questions. Usually ends up talking about movies and stuff. Who knows, or books, but it's pretty fun. So there's stuff all through the week. We really appreciate everybody for coming by. Really, I can't thank you enough. You guys have made my day. And thank you, Courtney, for joining us. We welcome you in.
Of course.
This is going to be a lot of fun. I worry about my sanity because these two and Bean and Jeremy are already giving me a lot of shit. It sounds like you're going to be right there with them. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate it, Jack. I appreciate that.
Right along
Let us introduce you to the pit of never-ending falls.
Yeah, there is a little bit of a thing going on. We'll talk about that next session at the beginning before we dive in. Because I've got to fit you and Jeremy.
Dive in. I see what you did there.
You see what I did? Yeah, that's right.
Slapper.
All right, well, we're going to rate out. I want to thank everybody again. You guys are amazing. Everybody's awesome. Thank you so much. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. See y'all.